Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room, my living room. I'm Berns. I'm your Dr. Morse certified detox specialist. And here today, I'm so excited about today's class. You guys, come on in, come on in. We're going to be answering questions that some of you had from our group discussion after class. We have a Facebook group. If you guys are not in it as yet, come and check out our Facebook group. But we had some really, really good questions that some of the kids in the class left in the Facebook group. And I wanted to address some of them because they're very, very common questions. And I'm going to do that while we get rebounding. So every day I start my day on a 38-inch wide rebounder. And I just do a little gentle bouncing. I'm just keeping my heels, the balls of my feet are on the rebounder, and I'm just raising up and down my heels. So it's like I'm kind of walking in place. I'm not taking my feet all the way off of the rebounder. So I'm still going to get a nice energy flow waking up. That's why I do this. We wake up our 3 flows of energy in the body, our blood flow, which is the kitchen, our lymphatic flow, which is the sewage system or the bathroom of our house, and the brain, the neurological system, the whole neurological network, which is like our electrical systems in our house. So I'm going to do this for a few minutes while I wait for you guys to pop in, say hello, drop a comment, drop it like it's hot. Oh, you know what? I do want to share this out with, okay, I have everything hooked up properly. Okay. I just want to share this out to our Facebook group because I know we've had almost 100 new people in our Facebook group over the last few days, which is absolutely amazing. So what I want to do is I want to share this out to our Real Juicy Detox group real quick so that kids in the class who are new can know that we are ready to go for our class. Okay, so just shared it out to our Real Juicy Detox group. So there we go. So come on in. Hi, Sheila. Sheila is here. How are you doing, darling? Good morning. How did you sleep last night? How are you feeling today? You had a pretty good day yesterday, I hope, after you kind of had some of the emotional questions addressed and answered for you, babe. I hope so. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. It's Friday. We are on day, I forgot to ask Siri. Hey Siri, how many days has it been since February 17th? See, Siri can't work because all of my devices are in use. I think we're on day 17, I want to say. Is that possible? 15? So yeah, we're on day 17 of our juice cleanse. Sheila, are you going? Are you going to jump on now? Jump on it, baby. Keep going from wherever you are. Doesn't matter what day you're on. But for those of us who are counting the days and who are, doing this as a 40-day juice cleanse, I'm doing it. Day 17, I woke up this morning starving. And I didn't have any juice press right away that I felt like drinking, So I had my shower and then I took some time. I made some clementine juice. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, sunshine in a jar. Sunshine in a jar. Remember that John Denver song? Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Something like that. Remember that? What movie was that from? Sunshine. Oh God, that was a love story. That was a lovely love story back in the 70s. Anyhow, so today, hi there, Kristen. I'm just waiting for kids in the class to come on in. It takes a little while sometimes. So yeah, I bounce on my rebounder. Let me talk about this before I get to the class questions, because I don't want to start answering the class questions before, class members are here. Makes sense, right? Woo! The issue with being starving By the way, when you wake up, tell me if you guys feel this. Do you ever wake up and you're really hungry on a juice cleanse? And you don't, for me, I can't just chug juice like that right away if I'm super hungry. And then if I wait for a little bit, like I did today, I waited for my shower and then I had to peel some clementines and juice them. By the time I got around to that, I wasn't starving anymore, which is good. But now I have to sip it slowly or else it's all going to hit my stomach all at once. And I'm going to be like, whoa, right? Switched over to YouTube. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristen. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Berns. I'm wearing my Niagara Falls t-shirt today. Oh my God. That's perfect. That's perfect, babe. I was getting dressed. It was either going to be this one or the Pink Floyd t-shirt. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I've worn my favorite Canada shirt. This is one of my favorite Canada shirts. The other one is really cute too. But I don't think I've ever worn my Canada t-shirt on a bouncing class, on a morning class. So I'm going to wear it. So there you go, Lisa. There you go. Good morning, Rockstar. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I'm just bouncing lightly. I mean, it might look like I'm doing a big heavy duty bounce, but honestly, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I can show you because I got all kinds of equipment over here. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, there we go. Move my stand over here. All right, this is working. This is working. This is good. Okay, so, move my microphone. Okay, so right here, this is my rebounder, right? So in the middle of it. So what I usually do when I'm rebounding is I just raise just the balls of my feet, the heels of my feet, just up and down like this. This is what I do. Whenever you see me bouncing in class, sometimes I'll put a little twist into it, just because I like to. That Trinidadian in me, you know? A little wine down your place. Not wine that you drink, wine like the thing that we do with our hips, you know, when we're dancing. All right, so this is not a wine. This is like a little jump up, a little chip. So this is what I do. Nothing too aggressive, right? Just something gentle. You get your heart rate up a little bit. You get your lymphatic flow moving. And you want to do this definitely once your kidneys start filtering, for sure. And as long as you don't have any pain in your legs or in your hips or in your feet, then you know that you're fine. That's what I recommend. That is what I recommend. You can do more aggressive if you want, obviously. But I don't think you need to do a super aggressive. I think this is one of those exercises that you can do and to just gently warm up the body in the morning, get your blood flow going in a really nice, natural, smooth way, get that lymphatic system flowing. Again, remember your kidneys are open, they're filtering, and you don't have any major skin conditions, you don't have any pain in your joints or anything. That's your body's way of saying that, yeah, you can move your lymph a little bit more. Get on the rebounder. Get on the rebounder. So cool. Where am I? There we go. Sheila says, I had a great sleep. I only ate a couple of bananas and a couple of dates for the day. Awesome. Still need to decide what I'm doing, if juicing 100% or not. I'm so scared of getting too thin again, but can only heal when I don't eat. Well, here's the thing. I think what's going to help you is reframing this a little bit. You are eating when you're juicing. Okay, you're just not chewing it in the same way that you have learned to eat all your food in the past. Juicing is eating. So when you say that I ate only a couple of bananas and a couple of dates for the day, what else did you have to eat? AKA drink. What else did you have to eat? Did you have any juice with that in amongst there? What did you have, babe? If you only had for the entire day, your only nutrition was a couple of bananas and a couple of dates, then you need to definitely have fruit juice along with that, because that's not enough nutrition for your body to heal. Well, unless you're doing a water fast, and then that's fine. But we need to kind of wrap our brains around the fact that when we are doing juicing, we are eating. We're eating our food the same way. We're drinking it. We're consuming it. Eat, drink, whatever you want to call it in your head. You're taking in nutrition. And when you're drinking and taking in your nutrition in the form of beautiful, fresh fruit juice, you have to remember that you're getting all of the nutrition that your body needs in the actual form at which your body is able to use it for energy, right? So fructose combined with simple sugar, fructose combined with oxygen creates an energy cycle in the body. It's bioavailable. It's hydrating because it's alkaline, hydrating. The only way that we can heal and clean out our body is when we hydrate our bodies. So, don't be afraid of your juice. Kristen added 1 orange to my pineapple juice covered in hives. Oh, why do some things still do this? Kidneys are filtering. Do you think if I keep drinking it, hives will stop? I don't know. I would say if you're getting hives from something or a severe, intense detox cleansing reaction, what's happening when we get something coming out through our skin is that we've stirred up so much lymphatic stagnation, the lymphatic stagnation that's already there in your body. It's not that, you see, we think, I drank the whatever juice, fill in the blank juice, and it gave me bloating. It gave me hives. It's not that the fruits gave you the hives or the fruits gave you bloating. It's that the fruits are starting to pull out. They're astringent because they're so alkaline. They pull out. What does astringe mean? To pull out, to suck out, right? So the nature of the citrus is such that it sucks out, it pulls out the toxins, the acids from our cells. And if your kidneys are not quite up to speed, or if you just are pulling out a lot more toxins than your kidneys can get out of the body and your bowels, it's going to come through the skin. Your skin is your third bowel. You got one bowel, your skin is your third bladder. No, that's not right. Take it again, Berns. Your skin is your third kidney. Ding, 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 ding. Your skin is your third kidney, the third kidney of the body, right? So if your first 2 kidneys aren't able to handle the extra dump into the lymphatic system from the cells and what's going on with the raw fruit or the raw food or the fruit, if you can't handle that, then pull back on it, pull back on it. Do I think they'll stop? I don't know. How bad is it, Kristen? Post a picture in the group. How bad is it? I will go through, I will persevere through detox symptoms like sores in my mouth, very loose bowel movements, burning around my anus, rectal burning when drinking a lot of citrus. I will push through those discomforts and that extra kick up of acids for a bit. And then at a certain point, I'll be like, oh, I need to switch it up. I need to change. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Well, it would totally depend on what you want to do. You know what I mean? Totally depend on what you want to do. Hey, Jared. All right, Jared is here. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to class. Jared, you are new, and your question was one of the questions. Thank you so much for popping in that I do want to talk about. So let me just quickly bring it up here. And this morning before class, I was just doing a little bit of a refresher. Whenever somebody asks me a question, I feel confident that I have the correct take on it from Dr. Morse. And what I did this morning was I went on to his raw figs, that same link that somebody posted, that Desiree, thank you, Desiree, posted in the group. So I'm going to read out your question if that is okay with you, Jared. Let me know in the comments. Is it okay? Is it cool with you if I read out this comment, your post? Because I do want to help you and anybody else who might have the same question. So you let me know that. I've got it all queued up here on my iPad, and we will rock it out, my friend. Sure. Okay, awesome. Let me see just real quick here first. So Kristen, I hope that helps you, babe. I hope that sorts that out for you. You can continue drinking it if you feel like you can handle it. Don't be afraid of it. This is just your body. Maybe it's going to take a minute for your body to get things going. You can get onto the, I don't know if you are or not. I apologize. I can't keep everyone's protocol kind of straight. 500 members in the group. What can I say? Of course, get on the kidney formula, the adrenal formula, because those two are really going to help your kidneys filter even more. You can drink the heel oil tea. That will also be very beneficial. And you can pull back. Is it the oranges that caused it for you, or is it the pineapple? I don't know. I don't know. I hope that answers your question. But usually when you get a reaction like that, when you get a reaction like this, or any kind of excess sensitivity, any bleeding, any hemorrhoids, which we're going to be talking about in today's class as well. This is all because of the acids that are being stirred up that are already there. It's not acids from the fruit. It's acids from what is already there in your body in that location. So you can also do the skin and connective tissue, or is it bone and connective tissue formula, right? You can do the skin formula, different things that you can tweak so that you can get some relief with that. So you're saying, I'm going to try and finish this batch of juice and see how it goes. I always stop right away. I think I need to push through this. Yeah, if you want to push through it, no, first of all, you can't hurt yourself with it. You can't hurt yourself with drinking too much good juice, first of all. You might kick up a lot of detox symptoms. And for those of you who are new, by the way, welcome to all of you. Welcome to my beach room. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. This is our daily class where I get to answer your beautiful questions. Where was I going with my last thought? Don't remember. Do not remember. Oranges do it every single time. Well, there you go. So you don't have to drink oranges. You know that, right? You don't have to have oranges. You can have them if you want. And I think they're just pulling really deep, really, really deep. So it is all good. Let's see here. Sheila was saying, I think I'll do only cucumber juice today. You can mix it up, Sheila. You can mix it up, right? I know you were kind of like, nothing is appealing to me right now. Get a little pineapple, put it in the cucumber juice. I find it adds the perfect amount of sweetness. It's really good. I had some of the aloe vera juice mixed with apple juice, but yes, probably not enough calories. Absolutely. And remember, if you're choking down the aloe vera juice, please don't do that. Please stop that. I highly recommend, if you're doing this and you're going to do this as a lifelong protocol, I was going to say a lifelong exploration into continuously detoxing your body, which is what it is. If you're going to do that, then you're going to need to realize that you cannot expect to choke down your food that makes you not happy. When we drink our food, you should feel like, what? That's so good. Oh my God, I get to drink this every day for my food. That's how you should feel, not, let me hope that stays down. Don't do that. That's how you should feel after every sip of your food. We don't need to struggle through gross things that we don't like, you know what I mean? But how did it taste with the apple added to the aloe vera? I do want to know that. Thank you for the reminder to make sure to get enough nutrition in. We come from a mentality, you guys. I'm very aware because I was in this culture. We come from a mentality that it is a calorie deficit issue in order to get ourselves to lose weight, in order for us to look better, to feel better, in order for us to see our gains in the gym. We got to, lean down to all of that crazy mentality, right? We have to remember we got to remember that in order for your body to heal, it is about getting nutrient-dense food into you that is alkaline, that is cooling to the body, that is full with flavonoids, vitamins, minerals, everything that your body requires in order to run efficiently, in order that we can detox the body, clean out all of the toxic crap we have put into our bodies, whether we knew it or didn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you know or understand the chemistry that you put into your machine. Your machine will respond accordingly, regardless of whether you know what you're doing. If you drive down the street, go to the gas station and fill up your car with diesel, but it's a gasoline powered car, but you didn't know, you picked up the wrong gas pump. It doesn't matter if you didn't know that gas is going to go into that vehicle and it's going to affect it. It's either going to cause it to run properly, or it's going to cause everything to seize up and to die. The engine can't handle it. The thing about human beings, though, is that we have this beautiful body that the Creator, and one of the mechanisms so that we don't extinguish ourselves immediately is that there's a buffer of time between when we put the chemistry in to when stuff starts showing up. You know, there's a certain amount of bad choices that we can make and have made that doesn't necessarily show up immediately. So it's not like your car, right? If you go to if you have an electric powered car and you roll up to a gas station with petroleum gasoline and you stick that in the charger part, first of all, it's not going to go in. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, we forget to get the right nutrition, the right fuel in, because we come with so many preconceived notions that are just, they're not helping us. So you got to get your nutrition in. You got to keep your nutrition up. When we don't have enough nutrition, Sheila, we get dehydrated. We get all kinds of problems starting from that. Dehydration leads to more acidosis. And the only way that we can clear that out is to get more of the good stuff in, more alkaline food, right? Our juices, very important, Sheila. I want you to be drinking 2 liters of juice today. 2 liters of juice. Yeah, that's your homework for today. Don't you love me? I love giving Sheila and others who are excited enough to continue their transformation in the right way. I like giving you guys some extracurricular homework. Yeah. 2 liters of juice today, Sheila. And you can have a banana. You can have some dates. Sure, you can make smoothies, but I want it to be 2 liters. Go for it. Get it. Get it, girl. Jared, hi again. I'm going to come to your question in just 1 second. Just 1 quick second. Losing weight is part of the healing process. Once you heal, you will gain weight on the same diet. Exactly, Rockstar. Exactly. And you've been on your healing journey. I'm very thin, but not worried about trusting the process. Exactly. You're doing this. You've seen all of the benefit already, going from overweight, and now your body is really getting to that. You know, it's like when we take our cars into the body shop, you guys. Doesn't matter what you have. Doesn't matter what you have. You can be suffering with any condition in the body. The solution is the same. You go back to the chemistry that you're putting in the body, understanding some of the things that I'm going to share with Jared in a minute, understanding those processes. And it doesn't matter if you have hemorrhoids, if you have muscular dystrophy, if you have MS, if you have cancer like I had, if you have anything, it doesn't matter. It's the same. When you address the cause of what causes it, you eliminate the symptom. You just do. The problem is the medical community wants us to think that it's very complex and we're still searching for the cause. It's like, dude, you're looking for love in all the wrong places, right? But when we have a car, an automobile, and we get it into an accident and we have to get some dents and bumps and, you know, stuff goes down and you got to get it fixed. But one of the things you got to do is you got to work on the body work because it's all banged up. You take it into the body shop and the guys say, okay, no problem. Pick your color, pick your thing, come back in 2 weeks and your car is going to be all brand spanking new. But you like looking under the covers all the time. You like moving away the soil to see if your seed is growing, you go back in and you check on your car in a week. You don't come back in 2 weeks, you come back in a week. And you look at your car and you're like, what the hell did you guys do to my car? It looks worse. It's stripped down. It's got all this crap all over it. What did you do to my car? And they're like, yeah, we kind of have to strip it down, patch it up, smooth it out, prep it, prime it, and then paint it. It's a process of stripping down something in order to build it back up. And it's no different than when we are rebuilding and healing our bodies. We got to strip out all of that crap that's in there. You got to trust the process. When you trust the process and you stop looking under the soil every 5 minutes, digging it up, are you growing yet, seed? Are you growing yet? Come on, grow. You're going to kill the seed. You're going to kill the process. Sometimes you need a little bit of that darkness in order to sprout your seeds, right? Okay, so Jared, let's talk about Jared. Jared, you had a great question. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pull it back up here on my iPad. So you had a great question. You said, hi, I'm new to this group and have a few health challenges. First of all, welcome, 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 Jared. We are so glad that you are here. So glad that you are here. Can I heal from muscular dystrophy? It's a genetic disorder causing a lack of protein called dystrophin that holds muscles together. I also have IBS, mild Tourette's, and candida overgrowth causing many other issues like brain fog, mood swings, anxiety, and depression. So first of all, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you. So awesome, Jared. Thank you. Glad to be here. So a couple of things. First of all, you're on the right path. Something led you to this work. I don't know if you've been doing any healing as yet with raw food. You can let me know. What have you been doing so far? Is this completely brand new for you? Do you know about Dr. Morse? Give me a little heads up. I know you may have written this in your admittance question to the group. And by the way, if you guys are interested, I don't pump my group up just to grow my group for a vanity's sake. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sharon. And look at the warm class welcomes are always here for us new members. Thank you so much, Sharon. I promote the group and I share about it because it's there to help you. It's there to help you on your journey with this. The community, the love in the group, the solid information in the group, and the fact that I'm in my group looking and making sure that everybody is having a happy and healthy journey with this whole thing. And then I can bring your questions over to here during class live the very next day and help you out live on camera. So a few things. Yes, everything can be healed with this protocol. Everything can be healed with this protocol. Yes, I know about Dr. Morse, but haven't started my journey as of yet. Well, actually, that's not quite true. You started your journey. You just haven't started the eating part, but you started your journey of looking for the information and getting the right information. So well done, my friend. Well done. I'm excited to help you in whatever way that I can right here in our group setting. So awesome to have you here. So yes, everything can be healed. I'm going to give you in a nutshell, and then I'm going to expand a little bit to see who else this might help. First of all, let me start at the bottom of your comment because it kind of relates to everything else. In the bottom, you said you have a candida overgrowth causing many issues like brain fog, mood swings, anxiety, and depression. It's not causing those. That's like saying the skid marks on the road is what caused the car to go into the ditch. The skid marks is just another sign of what was about to happen anyhow, going in the ditch. In the same way, your candida is just another symptom of your whole car going in the ditch. The car is in the ditch right now, but that's okay because we got the right tow trucks to get you out. All right. We got the right tools to get you out. So don't worry. Everything that you mentioned in your beautiful comment here, your question on the group, the muscular dystrophy, first of all, the fact that it's a genetic disorder just means that in fact, indeed, the raw materials that you received from your parents is what your parents had to give you. If you have children, I don't know if you have any kids, let me know in the comments, but if you have kids, they're also getting your raw materials, their raw materials from you. So absolutely, things are passed down genetically, but everything, even the things that are passed down genetically, can be healed in the body. And recognizing the reason why you had those inherited genetics, that genetic makeup, understanding the cause of that. Oh, okay, you don't have kids, but you want to. So this is extremely important for you on your journey to becoming a father, because you don't want to pass down all of the stuff that you are experiencing right now. The weaknesses that you are experiencing right now in your body are going to be passed down to your kids. So think about that for a minute. What does that mean? Does that mean, oh my God, well, I've got this genetic thing. Everybody in my family, I've tested it. It's in my genes. It's in my genetic makeup. I can't have kids now, or I feel bad, or I don't want to take the chance of having kids lest I pass this down to them. You don't have to worry about that, because everything can be healed and regenerated in the body. Everything on a cellular level. Everything can be healed in the body. You have to understand, how did that genetic weakness show up in the first place? And we've done it to ourselves. Your ancestors, it's in their eating habits, their lifestyle habits, that create a degeneration in their body, right? A degeneration in your body. How do we turn that around? Well, first of all, again, understand the cause. The cause of all dis-ease in the body is acids. Acidosis, mainly from stuff that we take in, a lot of the stuff from the stuff that we breathe around us, even the just walking around creates acids in the body. We build up lactic acid. You go to the gym, if you work out at all, if you're active at all, you're creating all the time lactic acid in your body. So the body wants to be base in chemistry. It wants to be alkaline. It doesn't want to be acidic, because acids corrode, they erode, they agglomerate, they make things stick together, right? It's very dehydrating. It causes the deterioration of anything. So think of it like this, Jared. If you were to drop battery acid on your hand, what would happen to your hand? Yeah, exactly. You just like, duh, come on, Berns, that's a no-brainer. It will burn a hole, it will burn you. And that is the same acids that we have built up in our body. Now, Jared, and everybody else who might be new listening to this, I have a couple, I'm still going to answer, I'm still continuing on your question, but I want to just interject this here. I've done over 350 live classes like this since October. And there are a few pivotal ones that were really specifically taught with a more of a structure. They're linked in the description of this video. Jared, you'll have to go to the YouTube video of it. It's in the YouTube description of this video, and it might be linked in the description of the Facebook video too. Masterclass playlist and Detox 102 are two really good videos in that. I have about 6 of my top teaching videos in that masterclass playlist. You want to check out Detox 101, you want to check out Detox 102. In fact, all of those videos are really solid. It's about 20 hours worth of masterclass videos in there to educate ourselves about how to detox, why to detox in the first place, how to go about it, what to expect, the detox symptoms that you might have coming up, because you've got a lot of acids going on. You got a lot of acids going on with your conditions. And actually, you know what I want to do here? Let me just go to the Facebook comment and let me just pull it up so that everybody can kind of see. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. And Javier is dropping a great question in the group. Oh my gosh. Let me 26 minutes ago. Hey, come to our live class and I'll answer this for you. Come to our live class now. Give me 1 second. Miss Berns just needs to do a little administration work here. I see somebody else another newcomer to the class who's asking some great questions. And I just want to let him know, because sometimes people don't know, right? These groups, nobody's doing it like this in terms of answering stuff live for you. You know, this is like a live group coaching. Okay, but wait, that's not what I wanted to get. I wanted to get Jared's question. Where is it? Come on. The group is so active. It's so great. We're up to 530 class members now, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, look at Deepika and Sammy. Okay, I'm getting a little bit verklempt here. A little verklempt. I gotta just show you guys this real quick. This is Deepika and Sammy. Deepika is in our class. You guys know Deepika. Look at Sammy. Look at Sammy. She had a 15 years old. God, you're beautiful. Look at you ladies. Excuse me, Jared. Excuse me. I need to pause for a minute. I want to pause for a minute. Give me 1 second. Deepika for the win. Okay. Deepika says, because yesterday Sammy was off to an international a tennis championship. Happy to share with this wonderful group about my daughter Samira winning the under 16 Girl Championship Series. Also, cheers to all the healthy eating and juicing. Sammy wanted to share this win with Berns and this lovely group. Oh my God, I have goosebumps, you guys. Can we give us a huge congratulations to Sammy, Deepika's daughter, in the group comments, you guys? She won the championships. Okay, now stay focused, Berns. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh. Okay, so here we go. Copy. Okay, so I am going to post here about what you're going through. So I want to tie this all together beautifully for you. Okay, so this was what Jared said. Actually, I should have, let me remove that. Not that one. Okay, let me put that one up there. No, not that one. I did it wrong. This is the one I wanted to put. So, why did I not have all of the comments? Give me 1 second. Okay, so here's your question. All right, Jared. So we got this, and then we had as well. I like looking at the whole person, your whole cluster of stuff that you're going through. So when you're talking about you're having a neurological disorder like muscular dystrophy, right? And you've got Tourette's that also leads to the lymphatic stagnation in the head. You've got irritable bowel syndrome, IBS-D. I take it that means IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. That is absorption issues in your digestive tract, right? Your bowels are irritable. They're irritated. What is aggravating? What is irritating all there? It all leads back to acids. Candida is a microorganism yeast overgrowth in your body. And those microorganisms are there gobbling up all of the waste material that you have produced in your body as a result of eating and digesting foods like grains, processed carbohydrates, wheat, oatmeal. Yeah, even oatmeal. I know we think that, oh, oatmeal, that's healthy for me, right? Mm-hmm. It's not. It produces a lot of excessive carbon molecules in the body. Also, all the processed sugar, all the cookies, all the chips. If you were to write, the D is with diarrhea. Okay, good to know. So if you were to write down all of the things that you are eating, you're going to see that all of the stuff that you're predominantly eating is very acid forming. You probably have a lot of sugar and sweets cravings, right? Got a lot. You like the cookies. You like the sweet stuff. That's like me. That's like me. That means that your body, you're feeding the candida is screaming out for you to have these cravings because you're feeding it. They're wanting. Yeah. How did I know? Yes. How did I know? Right. So when you understand that, then you start understanding what this whole overgrowth of candida is. Brain fog issues, brain fog, it's not caused by candida. It happens in conjunction with the candida. And then you go, oh, I got all this itchiness. I got this candida. Your tongue is probably coated white, right? You probably have all kinds of itching and, with women, we get it. We get a lot of yeast infections vaginally. Sometimes you can have itchy. Your rectum could be really itchy. All of these things bite because of the candida. So this is really good, right? It's good to get kind of to the bottom of this a little bit. Your brain fog is being caused by the fact that your adrenals are down. When your adrenal, and it sounds, first of all, I don't want to get you, don't feel overwhelmed when you hear all of this, because the solution is simple. The solution for all of these things is the same. Replace the acid forming chemistry in your body, which is causing the candida overgrowth, because when you're acidic, that produces more waste material for your body to then have to deal with. So you grow more candida to gobble up and consume all of the acid waste, because if they didn't, you'd be dead. Same thing with, you probably get a lot of swollen lymph nodes, probably like a lot of in the throat area. If you have had your tonsils removed, then even more brain fog issues, because it's very hard for your brain to drain the lymphatic fluid out, because you had, like I did with both of my daughters. Oh my God, I regret it, but I'm making up for it now, because one daughter is fully raw now. And the other daughter is really looking into it. My 24-year-old, my 18-year-old who lives with me, slowly transitioned into this lifestyle, and she doesn't have any of the health concerns that she had before this. And trust me, she was sick every 3 weeks. That girl had something. I'm not kidding you. Every 3 weeks. Okay, sometimes every 4 weeks, but then it would last for 2 weeks, and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. What do you, Mom? And I'd be like, oh my God, what is it now? Since she's been raw, it has cleared up all of her things. She had clicking. Her jaw would click. Do you have your tonsils still, Jared? Her jaw would click all the time, right? Her jaw would click all the time because her tonsils were removed. So she had lymphatic stagnation, sure enough, all in through here. Sinus infections, headaches, depression, anxiety, moodiness, all of this stuff, right? I went and I took out 2 of her most important septic tanks, the most important septic tanks for your head. I removed them. How many of you out here have had your tonsils removed, and you're gonna be compromised with dealing with draining your head? Not too much of the external stuff. Mine is mostly how I feel. Tongue not too white. Okay, well that's good, but it's still white. Your tongue should be pink, right? Yes, get swollen lymph nodes. Also extremely underweight, 115 pounds at 5'11". So of course, with the irritable bowel syndrome, what's going on there is that your bowel, you're coated with mucoid plaque. I had my tonsils out when I was 18, says Elaine. Hey, by the way, welcome, Elaine. We have a new class member. What? Right? Great to have you here, Elaine. Welcome to the class. Everybody give Elaine a big, warm class welcome. So glad to have you in here, Elaine. So yes, you do have your tonsils still. So that's a good thing. Underweight is if you're not absorbing the nutrients that you're eating. You probably had a lot of dairy growing up, if I'm not mistaken, because whenever you see somebody with irritable bowel syndrome, they have that irritability in the bowel is because of all the mucus from the dairy that we have consumed. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up, got milk, everything was milk. I never was one to drink a whole glass of milk. You know what I mean? I was never one to do that. Hey there, Stacy. Good morning, lovelies. How's everyone today? Says Stacy. We are doing great, man. We are doing awesome. We got new students in the class, Stacy. We have new people learning about how to heal their bodies, how to do this from a whole. The thing that regular students here now, 2 days a week, a day into one of my classes, and that we don't just talk about the food to put in the body. We don't just talk about the physical processes. We don't just talk about how to do juicing, and we don't just talk about what disease conditions we've been diagnosed with. Hey, Deepika, we were just singing Sammy's praises. We were singing Sammy's praises. Congratulations, Sammy. I'll be right with you though, Sammy. We deal as well here with the emotional side, the mental side, the physical side, as well as the spiritual side. We deal with all aspects of ourselves, because you cannot experience a physical detox without, number one, calling into practice some higher level emotional, mental work, spiritual work for sure. Right? So really, really glad that these questions are coming up. The brain fog, the mood swings, the anxiety, the depression is something that is related to the parathyroid gland. That is a parathyroid gland issue. But again, your head is congested. Your head is, your neurological functioning is compromised. That all starts with the adrenal glands, man. Your adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys, and they produce neurotransmitters. So if your adrenals are down, your neurotransmitters are shot. If you don't have your neurotransmitters, that is what turns on the electrical connections in your nervous system. Your central nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, your nervous systems are absolutely dependent on the neurotransmitter level. If you don't have enough transmission fluid in your car, are you going to be able to drive it? No, your gears aren't going to work. It's not going to work, right? So the electrical system in the body is really in large part governed by the adrenal glands. No neurotransmitters. How are you going to get your neurons firing and wiring and working together and knowing what to do? Also remember, the bowels are a neurological experience. It's an electrical experience, bowel function. You're lymphatically congested in the head, and you're having irritable bowel syndrome issues and excessive thinness. Makes sense. It all connects. So how do you clean up all of these things? Anxiety seated in the adrenals again. The adrenals also control your hormones. They control your steroid production. They control your mineral absorption. It's so important to recognize that these systems in the body are so important to keep healthy and vibrant. And the only way that you're going to do that, is if you really start understanding that it's all about the chemistry that you are putting in your body. It's simple. It might seem like you got this and you got that and you got this and you got that, and oh my God, I'm screwed. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not screwed, because now you have the direct answer to what you've been seeking. I'm going to guess that you've been having these issues for quite some time, right, Jared? I'm going to assume that you've been having all of these conditions for quite some time. How much have the doctors been able to help you with this? How many medications are you on? And how much have you healed any of it? You do this kind of protocol where you are having fresh fruit, fresh vegetables as you come off of your standard American diet. And that's where I want you to check out, Jared. You got to go and look at Detox 102, because it tells you, it explains how to transition from a standard American diet into a detox friendly lifestyle. And then in the juice cleanses that we do, and we're in the middle of one right now, we're on day 17. Oh my God, we're almost halfway through our 40-day cleanse. At different times, you can increase that intensity, that level of detox, and do a juice cleanse. But all of this is the kind of stuff that we do collectively together here, that we are working through, that we are learning all the little bumps and the little, the little struggles along the way. And how do you deal with them? How do you deal with family that are giving you pushback? How do you deal with people around you? How do you deal with your doctor who's straight up telling you, oh, you can't eat too many fruits because you're going to get diabetes, you're going to gain weight, 30 pounds down, 30 pounds down, not gaining any weight. No more weird food relationships. No more weird relationships with food. No, for me, all right, this is what I've experienced since I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for almost a year, 9 months. I'm off of all my pain medication, and I've been addicted to over-the-counter pain medication for 40 years. No more. Migraine headaches, gone. Arthritis, gone. Chronic pain, gone. A lipoma, 14-centimeter lipoma on my back, almost completely gone. A little bit still there, but I'm really super lean now. So now I can really see any kind of anything on my body. Excessive weight, gone. No more weight struggle. My skin is clearer. My hair is darker. I don't have a bunch of grays like I was starting to get. Not that there's anything wrong with that. They're gone. Vibrancy, health, energy, everything. Hold on, let me go down here. Yes, since the age of 6, Tourette's, and 9 pounds for 11 years for MD. Wow, 9 years old. You've been suffering with irritable bowel syndrome since you were 9. Babe, how old are you, if you don't mind my asking? I'm 55, so don't feel like it's going to be like a big shocker. How old are you now? Because we can suffer with these things for a long time. 11 years for MD, 11 years since you were 11 years old. Doctors stink. Sorry to say, I gave up with them all. Yeah. They don't know what the hell they're doing, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Thank you so much, Elaine. Thank you. It's the power of the fruits. I'm telling you. 42 in March. You look great. Oh, on March 12th. Oh my gosh, you got a birthday coming up. I sing happy birthday to my students. So make sure you come on your birthday and I'll sing you happy birthday, my friend. All right. So all of these things you can reverse age. You absolutely kind of have more energy now. I feel more vibrant now. I'm more in tune with my body now, more than ever. I've healed so much in my body. So many people, LOL, I will, okay, I will, LOL, definitely come back. I sang Ron happy birthday to him on the weekend. Everything that you are experiencing in your body is because of your level of acidosis, your toxicity, which is all stored cellularly on a deep level, and your genetic makeup, your structural weaknesses, okay? All disease in the body, it doesn't matter how yours shows up for you. Yours will show up for you where you're weakest. That's where acids are going to hit you, where you're weakest. We have people in here who have healed their bowels. I have clients. One client of mine, she was a soft client. She wasn't a paying client. She was a friend of mine, and she was like, what do you do? What do I do? So I coached her and her husband, boyfriend, I don't even know if they're married. I coached her and her family, specifically her and her husband, on getting onto this program, this protocol, and I coached them one-on-one, like a lot. She had irritable bowel syndrome. She had both the constipation or the diarrhea. It just depended on how the wind blew that day. But she would sometimes be constipated for weeks at a time, y'all. And she had super bad diarrhea. She could be in a restaurant, have a meal, of course, of acid-forming, irritating food, and be in the toilet for the next 5 hours. Yeah. And I helped her. She was pooping every day and she had no irritable bowel syndrome stuff. She was very underweight as well. So that all led to a natural, obvious points to the obvious place. Wherever you have your stuff show up for you, it's pointing to where you are weakest. All right. It's pointing to where you are weakest. So, absolutely all of these things can be healed. You got to do it the same way. It doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. The response, the protocol is the same way, the same thing. Number one is diet. You got to get off of the standard American diet, which has been causing you these things. I want you to really reflect on Jared and everybody in the class, both watching live and on the replay. Hey, I see you on the replay. Don't think that this isn't for you too. This is totally for you, babe. Totally for you watching on the replay. Everything, I want you to, oh, this is what I was going to say. Sorry. I want you to write down, or to reflect, just reflect. What have you consumed all the way along? What have you been consuming in your life in terms of food? What did you like to eat as a kid? What do you like to eat now? What have you always eaten? When you eat that food, how do you feel? Like, start really becoming aware of what we're doing to the body. And you're going to see, this is what I did for me when I learned about all of this. And I was really like, oh, shoot. I remembered back to everything that had to do with food for me was really crystal clear. I was like, oh, that's why I almost died of appendicitis when I was 8 years old and had to be rushed to the hospital to have emergency, literally life-saving surgery because I frigged myself up so bad on all the candy. I was a candy kid. I was a sugar baby. I was a sugar baby, and not in the way that, so hold on a second. Let me rephrase that. I was a sugar baby. I loved sugar. Everything was sugar, right? I used to buy those Kool-Aid packs, tear them open. Back in the day when do they still sell this like this, already pre-sweetened? Oh my God. And I would just be like, or I would pour it out on my hand and I'd be like, until I had a purple tongue all the time, It all goes back to the food that we eat. So if everything goes back to the food that we eat, being either acid or alkaline in nature, right? Acid or alkaline in nature. If something is acid, on the acid side of chemistry, it's going to lead to corrosion. It's going to dry things up. It's going to agglomerate things, make things stick together. And it's going to cause certain functions in your body to go down as protective mechanisms. We have the inflammation buffering effect. So even if you might be really underweight, you might also have a lot of pain in your joints, which is inflammation. Inflammation doesn't have to mean excess weight on the body, although for a lot of us, that is what it means. If you're dealing with overweight or underweight, it's still the same cause, guys. It's the same cause. It's acids in the body. You might also be dealing with pancreatic issues, right? When you do have a bowel movement, you're probably seeing evidence of your food undigested in your bowel movements. Pancreatic weakness. The pancreas is one of the main digestive organs of the body. Not only does it create insulin, which is, by the way, produced in the body in order to deal with the breakdown of food, complex sugars, right? When you drink fruit and when you eat fruit, you don't call on the insulin response within your body. So these doctors that walk around saying, oh, fruit's going to give you diabetes. Well, I would question what doctor I'm going to if that were me, right? I kind of giggle and just, really? That's your answer, doc? Okay. All right. Whatever you say, man. And I just walk out and I just leave it at that. I know what I'm doing now isn't working. I know what I'm doing now isn't working. I know I can eat sugars straight. It's horrible. Me too, my friend. Me too. Yeah. Yes, I do have pain in joints from my MD, also a lot of pain. Well, you have the MD because of the acids, and you have the pain in your joints because of the acids. Again, it's like looking at the skid marks and thinking that that's what caused the accident. The skid marks didn't cause the accident, right? Your MD didn't cause your pain in the joints. They're both skid marks going off the road. They're both your ways, the ways that your body is showing you what kind of chemistry you're putting in and how it's affecting you. You might also have arthritis, that pain in your joints, arthritis. I can go on and on, man. I can go on and on. It's the same for no matter what you're talking about. The functioning of our body is so impacted by the chemistry. It is 100% impacted by the chemistry that we put into it. 100%. You cannot put acid chemistry into an organism and expect nothing to happen to it. Great example. I was shaving my head this morning. I shave my head every other day. I love having a nice smooth head. Hey, Jared, I see your head. I see your head, right? And my mirrors that I use a double mirror system. You know, I hang one on my shower head behind me, a little circular mirror, and I hold one here so that I can shave the back of my head, you know? Not too shabby, not too shabby. I hope, God, I hope. But those mirrors, because of the water and because they're in the shower, they get calcification on them. You know, it gets all coated with calcium because we have somewhat hard water, even though we have a water softener. Over time, you get a buildup on a mirror. You guys know what I mean, like a glass. And I had bought some really extra strong cleaning vinegar, 10% vinegar in there. Not by choice, but yours looks great. I was going to say that yours is probably not by choice because you got the lymphatic stagnation in your head, leading to your hair follicles having acids and causing your hair to fall out. Your hair can actually grow back, believe it or not, because you can regenerate those hair follicles. Yes, you can. But anyhow, I digress. I sprayed on some of this vinegar onto the mirrors to clean them off. Completely clean. And it didn't take much. I just, sprayed it on and just kind of rubbed it with my finger a little bit. And you can see all of this calcium stuff just dissolve right off of it because of the acetic acid. Is that how you pronounce it? Vinegar, it's acid. So in the same way, all food that we take into our body leaves behind a residue that is either on the acid side of chemistry or on the alkaline side of chemistry. And anything with a higher acid chemical ash is going to have the same effect that the vinegar on the mirror had. It's going to dissolve stuff. It's going to break up stuff. It is going to corrode, is going to get right down to that, it's going to take things, it's going to tear things away. It's the same thing in your body. And your adrenal glands are shot. When your adrenal glands are shot, your neurological systems in the brain, which are dependent on the neurotransmitters, is going to be in jeopardy. It's going to be compromised as well. So how do you fix it? How do you turn it around, Jared? How do you turn around? Kids in the class, this is a great opportunity. How do you turn this around? What would you guys say is the best way for Jared to turn this around? Because the kids in the class here know. They know. I'm going to give you kids in the class who've been here before, who know the drill, who know you guys are becoming your own best advocates for this truth. You're the living example of this truth. Look, Jared needs help. Kids in the class, what would you say? What would be your best Dr. Morse guided recommendation with the stuff that we talk about every day here? What would it be? While you kids are typing that out in the comments, because there's about a 15 to 30 second delay on the comments, I'm going to go to some of the other questions and reflections here. Hey, Elaine. Elaine, are you still in Canada? I'm in Hamilton, recently diagnosed with breast cancer. Money situation, terrible until the end of April, May. I have wanted to get iridology uh, report and herbs forever, past couple of years. Now it's imperative. Yes, I am still in Canada, and I used to live in Stony Creek. Oh my gosh, I lived right on the lake with my sister at her sister's cottage. Look at the kids in the class coming up with their responses. Yes, yes, keep them coming. What else would you guys recommend? What else would you guys Oh, look at look at you guys. Go, keep it coming. Go, 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 go. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Um, so yeah, I used to live in Hamilton, in Stony Creek. Stony Creek is a suburb of Hamilton. So again, it's the same thing for you as well, Elaine, especially when money is tight. Listen, at the end of the day, you still have to feed yourself. So take the money that you would have been using to buy, and listen, I get it, but I have a freezer full of stuff and money is tight. Your situation is, you need to get to work. You need to get to work. And the solution is the same, whether you're dealing with cancer, like I have been dealing with for, for 9 years. By the way, I live in Cambridge now, Elaine. I live in Cambridge, Ontario, so still pretty close to you. Yeah. The most important thing, I mean, yes, save up, get those things done. The iridology report, the herbs, whatever. Yes. Always yes. You can do what you can do right now with the budget that you have by putting in the solutions that our class members are right here talking about, right? Like you even said, fruit is the answer for what you're dealing with. It's the food that we ingest is the cause of what we are experiencing. So the solution lies in the cure, lies in the cause. What is the cause? That's where your cure, the answer, the solution to deal with, to help you with the cure. We're not allowed to use that word because, the Medical Association owns that word. Did you know that? That's right. We don't cure anything here. We heal the body. There is nothing in mainstream medicine that prescribes a pharmaceutical drug. Nothing is cured. Jared will tell you that. He's been dealing with this stuff forever, since he was a little boy. No doctor's been able to help him. Fruit will do it. B says fruits, berries, and melons, absolutely. Heal all tea and pineapple juice. Excellent. Heal all tea, amazing. Jared, the Dr. Morse book. Jared, could not agree with you more, my darling. Let's pull that book up. So you want to definitely get this book. And for anybody who's interested in getting that, give me 1 second here. For anybody who's interested in getting that, I have an Amazon store link to share with you guys so that you can go, and check out those. I don't like that banner. Oh, because I did that. Okay, so here's my book. All right, so I have this book listed on my Amazon store. I have my juicer. I have some of my favorite tools and gadgets for the kitchen that make this raw living thing easy as a lifestyle. If you can make this easy on yourself, I'm telling you, you're going to make a world of difference in your life, in your health, in your future children's lives, because you don't want to be passing on structural weaknesses to them, right, Jared? You want to pass on strength and vibrancy and vitality. But the only way that you can do that is if you get your body into that place of strength, vibrancy, and vitality. What are the other recommendations? Rockstar, fruits, melons, and berries. Absolutely. Fruits, melons, and berries, baby. Fruits, melons, and berries. That is our main focus here. And then after you do the fruits, melons, and berries, in the same Dr. Morse's book, he talks as well about having a detox lifestyle. Because, I can't do only fruits, melons, and berries my entire life. That's just not going to happen. We want to have a detox-friendly life where we are eating beautiful food that continues to keep us in a healthy state of detox, whether it is, you know, anything in the green, the dark green on the bottom, right up to the top. Anything in the bottom half is going to lead you to a state of what you have now and more of it. So you bring up a great question there, my friend. Let's go back to here. Look, let me finish reading these first, and then I'll come to your question, because it's a great question, Jared. I answered that question in sugar and carbohydrates in the masterclass playlist. So hang on one second. Morgan says, hey, Morgan, welcome to class, darling. Morgan says, I healed my irritable bowel syndrome, asthma, acid reflux in the first detox. How long was your juice detox to get that healing, babe? So many more things have healed as I continue on this journey. Fruit and raw food for the win. Absolutely, absolutely. 100% fruits, Marys and Bellins. Fruits, Marys, and Bellins. 100% fruits, melons, and berries. Lymph, kidney, GI renew, 0. Yes, adrenal formula, upper circulation. Look at you go, Sheila. What a protocol. Okay, so check out Sheila. Sheila, you are amazing. Look at you. You're such a great student. You are learning so much, Sheila. You should become a detox specialist. Seriously, it would be amazing because you would inspire so many people. 100% fruits, melons, and berries, absolutely necessary. If you got all of this stuff going on and you really want to get your healing done and done, you want to focus for as much as you can. Even when we do chewing food, I still have my predominant nutrition is 2 of these a day. 2 of these a day. And then I will allow myself some chewing food in the evening. So what an awesome class, by the way. Can I just give you guys huge props for this class? What a great energy we've got going here, as always. Now, the lymph, kidney, GI renew, 0, adrenal formulas, and upper circulation are all talking about the herbal tinctures that you can go to Dr. Morris's website and purchase directly from him. I would also add into that Heal All tea, right? I would also add into that Heal All tea for sure, but that is a beautiful protocol. So you want to start gently on the lymph. So you might want to do one lymphatic, the lymph formula number 1. Kidneys, absolutely. I can't remember if he's changed the name of that, but I think it's the same thing. Kidney and bowels, kidney. You want to get the GI renew 0. The GI renew 0 is if you're having a lot of bowel movements very loose. So you want to go and look at the GI renew 0. The adrenal formula is really, really, really important. The adrenal formulas will turn your adrenal glands back on, and the upper circulation. And these are all herbal formulas. Some of them have up to 10 herbs in them. Yeah, up to 10 herbs in them. As a man as well, with your adrenals in such a state, you probably have 0 sex drive as well, right? Probably have 0 sex drive. So, yeah. And just because of how you feel so depleted. But this is a beautiful protocol, beautiful, beautiful protocol. Sheila, absolutely agree. Right? The FDA is horrible. It's evil. Is fruit acidic but alkaline forming in the body? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So the residue that's left behind when we eat fruit that is highly acidic. Acidic in taste does not equal chemically what happens in your body with it. The taste comes from the flavonoids, and we perceive that as being acid. Like pineapple is an acid fruit. Let me see here so these slides that I'm showing you here are all from the Detox 102 class. So if you look here on our food combining slide that we had during that class, where we were talking about food combining. And for anybody who gets a lot of bloating, gosh, I realize I've really spent a lot of time on this, but I think it's really addresses the overall conditions that we have. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was bloating. And some people are really experiencing bloating on how come I'm doing this juice cleanse and I'm bloated? And my question is always, Well, what are you drinking? Specifically, what are you having? So when we talk about different types of fruits, we have acid, subacid, and sweet. And that really has to do with the flavonoids, the flavor, the things in the food that produces certain flavors on the palate. But all of these fruits are alkaline residue in the body, alkaline residue in the body. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it is, and usually as well, the more acid forming, sorry, the higher the acids are in the flavonoids, like the more acidic the fruit in terms of flavonoids, the more astringent and pulling and detoxifying they are for the body. But sometimes that means that if you have a fruit like citrus fruits, pineapples, strawberry, or sour fruits, then you can pretty much be guaranteed that you're going to have some detox symptoms that are going to blow your hair back a little bit, or the hair that you used to have. It'll blow your hair back, some of the detox symptoms. And I want to show you when we talked about detox symptoms, we went through in Detox 101, Jared, we went through all of these. I had there's 50 different slides on detox symptoms, what you can expect during your cleanse, right? A lot of these. So just like Kristen was saying, rashes and itching, common mild detox symptom, right? Usually coming up when you start digging deeper into the cells and pulling out more of those acids in the cells. So I went through a bunch of them. I went through, we had 3 slides on the mild cleansing symptoms or mild detox symptoms. And by the way, these are all in the Facebook group that we have created for you guys. If you're brand new and tuning in, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to class. So glad to have you here. Go and check out the Facebook group, because all of those slides from all of the classes that I've taught in the masterclass series, if I have them on a sidebar, like this or like this, these are all in the Facebook group, The Real Juicy Detox, and the link for that is in the description of this video. And I just want to inform you guys of that. And by the way, if you're coming in and you're asking to have access to the group, if you don't answer the 3 simple questions so that you are aware of what you're signing into or joining, then we decline your entry. It's like no questions asked. We don't care if you've been in class before, and if you answer all 3 of the questions if you want to come in. Anyhow, it's a free group. It's free resources that I've made for you so that you can help yourself learn and understand, so that you have more confidence. Oh, good. It has not affected your sex drive, believe it or not. Awesome. That is so good to hear. Because usually if any men are watching and you do have a lower sex drive, it's often because of low adrenal functioning. Again, adrenal glands turn on the brain, turn on all the other endocrine glands so that everything functions properly, right? So that is really good. I'm glad to hear that. Good for you. Good. Because you want all of your systems functioning. You want to have a good sex drive. You're a young, virile man, and so you should be. So that is awesome. So all fruit, when fruit has been tested in the lab and combusted and burnt up and the residue left behind, they then test that food. They dilute it in a solution of distilled water, and they test that for the potential for hydrogen, or pH, which will give them a rating on the acid and alkaline scale. Okay, acid alkaline scale. All fruits rank the highest in the alkaline, on the alkaline scale. All meat, all eggs, all bread, all complex carbohydrates, all processed sugar, all grains, rice, did I say that already? Oatmeal, all that kind of stuff. All soy products, they're some of the worst offending foods for our health. All beans, they all test out on the acid side. So here we are putting in all this food that we think tastes great. Oh man, these cookies, they're not acid. Oh hell no, they're sweet as hell. Yeah, they might be sweet on the palate, but what is the residue that is left behind when it's combusted? That is where the real answer is, right? So if you leave out all of those foods and you keep in all of the alkaline forming foods, which also happen, interestingly enough, to have the highest electromagnetic resonance, it's not just about the calories. It's not even just about the acidity and alkalinity. A big part of this is about how much electromagnetic energy are we getting from our food? Cooked meat has 0 angstroms of energy. 0. How are we supposed to get cellular dynamic energy from eating a piece of meat? You might feel revved up after you eat meat, but that's a fake stimulant energetic response to all the adrenaline in the meat, all of the growth hormones in the meat, and all the other crap that they put in the meat, right? The things that we've put in our body that we bought into as being food, when you really look at it and then you really start to stop and say, okay, so if all this food really does create all this dis-ease in the body, why is it so readily available? Who could be benefiting from us being under the weight of all of this bad food? Who possibly benefits from me being so sick? Could they be feeding me my own poison? Could they be enticing me with all of these commercials and all of these, advertisements for food? I found it really curious that during the whole COVID thing last year, I was driving around. I didn't listen to no stay-at-home orders. Fuck that shit. You can't make me stay home. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I'm not buying it. I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. If it were this deadly, we would have a lot more people in our lives that were dead from this. Trust me. I don't know anybody, and I know a lot of people. That's another story. But who could possibly be benefiting from COVID, 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 fear, 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 fear on the billboards, interspersed with Burger King commercials, Tim Hortons crap, McDonald's? That's all it was. Anybody notice that? At least where I live in Hamilton, y'all notice that? Right? Who could be benefiting from all the fear and all of the crap food that we are programmed to think is what we need in our bodies? It's not what we need. Who benefits from that? Follow the money. Follow the money. The pharmaceutical companies. The pharmaceutical companies benefit. Because if we are sick, what's the best way to keep your constant supply of customers coming in? Never-ending, multi-trillion-dollar business. What's the best way to keep your supply of more money coming in? Keep the people sick. Keep us sick. What's the best way to keep you sick? Make food, make stuff that they want to eat, that they think is amazing, that they think is healthy, right? Let's put gluten-free on the packaging, and non-GMO on the packaging, and vegan on the packaging, and sugar-free on the packaging. And let's cram it full of shit. Let's cram it full of shit. So that we can keep these suckers coming to us and feeding them our deadly and destructive drugs and let's make them terrified of fruit. Because we know that if they're not terrified of fruit, that they are not going to need us anymore. So let's make them terrified of fruit. Ponder that for a little bit. So it's time to bust out of the myths. It's time to break away from the lies that we have been told and fed our entire life. Well, so you mean this was awesome. I got this comment in one of our classes before, and it was a great comment. So you mean to say I have to rethink everything I've learned since I was a kid? And I said, yeah, you're starting to catch on. Everything that we have been taught our entire lives is to keep us sick, in fear, so that a very few amount of psychopathic monsters can keep lining their pockets with our death and destruction. We don't need to fear a COVID flu, y'all, or virus. What we need to fear is the crap that they're feeding us that's keeping us susceptible to having severe detox symptoms, because that's what a flu is. That is what a flu is. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Me too, man. That's what got me to finally wake up. And now here you are, finally waking up. So the great news is that it's not about continuing. It's about breaking away from that fear and breaking away from what everybody else thinks of you. And now I want to kind of start. So Jared and everybody else, I hope that gave you some great insights. Jared, you touched on so many conditions that so many people experience. And I think it's a great starting point for you and anybody else who is new in the class, who are also, like Elaine, sick and tired of being sick and tired. Are you sick and tired of it yet? Are you willing to say, okay, what the fuck am I missing? What am I missing? Is this it? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to turn off my notifications. Is this it? Is this what my life is going to be? I'm just going to go down like this just because everybody else in my family went down like this? I don't want to go down like that. You know, I don't want to suffer like I've seen some of my family members suffer. I don't want to do that. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then I really recommend that you go and watch Detox 101 and understand why this detox process is so important. And then go watch Detox 102 and look and learn about how to transition from a standard American diet full of sugar and processed stuff. I mean, if this were really about our health, guys, it wouldn't be about forcing us to wear a mask that does fuck all to keep our germs inside of us. Something that everybody's always touching. I go into the grocery store and I'm the cleanest person in there because I'm not touching my face every 3 seconds, touching all the residue and the moisture that is built up on a mask that you're breathing into all the time. And then you're going to touch all the produce that I'm going to go touch now. And yet here I am, haven't gotten the flu all year. How do you figure that? Because guess what? I also, for the first month, I was in the mindset of how they wanted me to, how they were trying to program me to think. Afraid of people I love, afraid of the people I live with, washing my hands 20 times a day till my hands were cracked and bleeding, putting on alcohol on top of that, going, and then I woke the fuck up. Excuse my language to the younger kids in here, but Miss Berns sometimes gets fired up, y'all. And I'm not going to apologize for it. So parents, if you don't like your kids hearing a few F-bombs here and there, if you're super squeaky clean around your kids, then you can make sure that they're not listening for this part. I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of it too, my friend. So sick and tired of it. I was doing that in the beginning. How do you figure? I don't obsessively wash my hands. In fact, I specifically make sure not to overwash my hands at all, you know? And here I am. Nobody in my house has gotten the flu. Nobody in my house has been sick at all. Quite the contrary, we've been vibrant and healthy. Vibrant and healthy. Nobody has gotten sick in here, except for the minor detox symptoms, but that's not getting sick, you know what I mean? That's not, oh, I'm dying. You know, there's none of that going on here. If it was really about this virus, they would be closing off all of the shopping aisles in a grocery store that that continue to produce and promote acidosis in the body. That's what they would be doing. The candy aisle coming out of Dollarama, they have entire aisles of candy in Dollarama, entire aisles, both sides, cheap, $1. That's what they would be closing down. Yep. Same 4 to 6 companies that own the world. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, you're passionate. Cursing is a part of it. I have trouble swallowing pills. Are there alternatives besides the pills Dr. Morris's stuff sells? Yes. He has tinctures. So tinctures are dropules. There are glycerin tinctures and there are tincture in alcohol. Tinctures in alcohol can be dropped into steaming hot boiling water so that the alcohol component evaporates, leaving behind the structure, the herbal components of the herbs in a structured format. So yes, you can definitely do that. Oftentimes, Dr. Morris recommends that for some things that you go with the full herb form of it, like anything that actually has to do with the bowels, babe. So there are some things that you can get that are in tincture form, even for the bowels. So if you're not one to want to take pills, then definitely you want to be able to use something in a liquid form, and you can do that. He's also got a lot of teas. He's got a really great component. And one of the things that I do, just in case anybody is watching and is interested, is I do, and I haven't put this on my website of services that I offer, but one of the things that I'm going to start doing is, in addition to my one-on-one coaching, to really take you by the hand and lead you through the process if you need that, in addition to the free coaching classes that we do here every day. One of the things is for you to, I want to have a service where you can get a protocol written up by me based on not your iridology, but based on your health questionnaire, so that you can really identify what are the main herbs that I should focus on. Because when you have something as grand as all of your symptoms that you're working on, Jared, it can be like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. So I'm going to start doing that. But in the meantime, everybody can come to the Facebook group, The Real Juicy Detox, that's listed in the description of this video. And there is a health questionnaire in there that I've put there in one of the photo albums. You can save those images and you can fill out, awesome, Elaine, I'm here for you, babe. You can fill out your health questionnaire yourself and you can get an idea of, okay, where are my weak points? Where are my strengths, but where are my weak points that I need to address based on the symptoms that you're experiencing? So it will have the different questions all about your symptoms, and then that will point to be in that section, for example, for thyroid conditions like overweight, feeling hot, feeling cold, Hashimoto's, all those kinds of different things like that. Yes, I need to see you at the end of April. I'm not going anywhere, babe. I'm right here. So come on over whenever you're ready. I agree 100% about COVID. We get emails daily stating how many students have had the novel coronavirus. It's ridiculous to scare people the way they do. We continue to live our normal lives and ignore the media. Listen, at the end of the day, we all got a whole, you get concerned about that? I'd be way more concerned about a whole other things. Everybody is going to have it. 99.8% recovery rate. It's a flu. Yes, it's a shitty flu. And yes, some people do succumb to it, mainly people with renal failure, kidney failure. What do we do here at the Real Juicy Detox with Dr. Morris's beautiful work? We get our kidneys opened up and filtering out the lymphatic fluid by changing our diet, by supporting with herbs when you can and when you feel ready to do that. I hope this video doesn't get taken down because I've talked about that, but whatever. If you were here live, awesome. Awesome. So glad that you are. Morgan says, to answer your question, I started with 12-week herbal protocol and removed a lot of inflammation. Then I'm still working to heal my glands, but can list so many symptoms that have improved or healed. Yes to heal all tea. Obviously, getting rid of meat, dairy, grains was huge. Yeah, so you started with the 12-week herbal protocol. And what was your diet protocol during those 12 weeks? I assume you went raw or you went into juicing right away. I'm not 100% sure that I remember the details of that, Morgan. I'm so sorry because you're relatively new to the class, you know? But yeah, if you did the herbal protocol, then for sure you were doing the raw. I know you were. I know you were. Okay, let me see. Yes, so awesome. Way to go. So Sammy is here. Deepika, are you still here? Let me see. Where did you come up, Deepika? Let me just continue on the questions here. I hope I got all of them from the top. My dear apologies if I did not. I think I did. Okay. Consciousness is here as well, babe. So glad you got yourself some fruit. You got some watermelon juice. Awesome. And that's the last comment that I can scroll up to because we've been in class now for an hour and 35 minutes. So we're good though. We're good. I always classes here at the Real Juicy Detox. I know it's not great for the YouTube algorithm, but I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to serve and to help people who are here live, and I go until the questions are all answered, until the people who came with the questions feel okay, whew, I got what I was coming for. You know what I mean? Let's see here. David is here. Hey, David, good morning, everyone. Everything can be healed in the body. 100%, David. Dr. Wallach grew back his hand after he burned it to death. Really? He did that without the better rebuilding practices of Dr. Morris. Ooh, I did not know about that. Let me take a screenshot of that. That is so good to know. Thank you. Let me do that again because I think I saved it to, there we go. Now it's saved to photos. That is so cool. So cool. Let's see here. Yeah, so we were congratulating Sammy. Oh my God, Samira. Sammy is Deepika's daughter, and she won the under 16 tennis tournament championship that she just went to. So congratulations, two beautiful students in the class, mother and daughter. So amazing. Congratulations, Samira, and proud mother Deepika. So ecstatic for you both. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you had your tonsils out when you were 18, Elaine. Yep, that's going to impact you, but that doesn't mean that you still cannot do this work. It's all the more reason that you must do this work. Absolutely. Hey there, Ashlyn. I see you. I'm coming down the list. I see you. Hi, Ashlyn. Ashlyn says late arrival here. Hello. Hey, Berns and friends. That's okay. You can always catch it on the replay, babe. That's why these classes are so good. Good morning, lovelies. How's everyone today? I already saw you, Sheila. Good morning. I mean, Stacy, because I see Sheila's next here. Elaine says, welcome, Elaine. You'll love it here. Yeah, this is such a great place. Oh my gosh, Deepika in the house. Good morning, Berns, and everyone in class. Good morning, darling. Yes, to the mucus, to the dairy. Yes, I do. I'm addicted to cheeses as well, but definitely have stomach flare-ups with dairy immediately after eating. Of course you do. Chuck in the house. Oh my gosh, Chuck, how are you doing? Man, did you get my voice message? How are you doing? So glad that you are here. Good morning, Sehar. So glad to see you. Sahar dropped this comment at 9:47, but I'm just now getting to it at 10:39. So I'm less than an hour behind on the comments. That's good. Thank you so much, says Deepika. You're so welcome, babe. Yeast overgrowth and candida are the same thing. Hey, Javier. Welcome, Javier. I hope you're still here. If you are, welcome to class. Another new student in class. Wow, this is so cool. Yeast overgrowth and candida are the same thing. Yes, candida is a microorganism in the yeast family. So yes, absolutely, absolutely the same thing. Easy to heal that out of the body. Also, sorry, one of the things that we did not touch on with Jared, with your protocol, is Parasite M formula to get rid of that candida, my friend. Parasite M formula is meant for those microorganisms that are in the body, such as candida. Parasite G is for those parasites like tapeworms, ringworms, liver flukes, and the like. So things that you might be more able to see in your bowel movements. If you actually want to just knock it out of the park, Jared, just to go back to your to all of the conditions that you're experiencing, if you look into the cleansing kits that Dr. Morse has. That is, and for anybody who's dealing with like a host of things and you're wanting to and you can afford to go on to this, it works out to be about $200 a month. And if you do this over the course of the 12 to 14 weeks that he has, the great thing is that you don't have to always be taking the herbs, and that they're always going to strengthen and help rebuild the structures, the tissues, the organs, the glands that have been damaged by the acidosis. All right. It's not taking supplements. We're not replacing, we're not putting in digestive enzymes. No. That's not what we do here. You put into the body something that the body is supposed to produce, and you prevent your body's ability to produce that. Yes, they are mainly tinctures. And I think I believe there is a couple of those things that might be in pill form. So what you might want to do, you might just want to, just look into some of those things. You can cherry pick what is on the cleansing kit. I'll send you a private message after class, Jared. I'll send you a private message after class. But if you go in and let's say you don't want tinctures, but you want the pill form. Let's say you don't like the alcohol nature of the tinctures, or you don't like the tinctures for whatever reason. If you don't want to have the glycerin, let me just back up a little bit. The glycerin formulas are made specifically for kids or anybody who doesn't like the taste of the alcohol or that higher alcohol content, right? The higher alcohol content in the tinctures can be a little hard for some people, a little harder on the stomach, and a little bit, again, putting them in boiling water so that it evaporates the alcohol is what a lot of people do. They find benefit from that. But the glycerin, although the glycerin only has like about a 75% saturation level of the herbs compared to 99% saturation of the herbs in the tinctures, that's the trade-off, right? So if you're taste sensitive, the glycerin, a lot of people have found that has an actual pleasant taste. You can mix it in your juices. So if on the kits you find that there are, I can't remember which things are, I think the GI Renew is in pill form, but here's what I would do in that case. This is what I would do, Jared. Thank you. I would order the kits, and whatever is in pill form, just break open the capsules, stir it into a little bit of juice, and drink it. Bam. Super easy. All right. So they're not pills, they're in capsules. You can break them apart, stir it into a little bit of honey, because you can have honey, or a little bit of maple syrup. You're a sweets boy. So like I'm a sweets girl, you're a sweets boy. So use a little bit of that. That is the kind of stuff that is totally allowable, or mix it into juice. All right. Where was I? Over here. Hold on a second. Sammy was excited to tell you. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about her all day yesterday, and you weren't in class. And I was like, oh yeah, she's not in class. How did you check out Deepika on your travels for the tournament? Because this is another thing that a lot of us have to deal with, the practicality of doing a juice cleanse when you have to travel. You got to be on the road. How do you do that? Well, a couple weekends ago, Deepika realized that relying on the food that's presented to you at these different in the airport, when you travel, when you fly on the airplane, you get to the event in the hotel, all of that is usually not going to be very alkaline friendly, right? It's going to be a lot of bready stuff, a lot of acid forming food. And a couple weeks ago, Deepika, you learned firsthand that, oh, need to think this out a little bit more. I'm traveling. That means I don't want to be drinking a high amount of liquid because I don't have access to a bathroom every 15 minutes. But I don't want to be hungry and I don't want to eat the other stuff that's there. Oh, I can prepare my own. I can come off of my all juice cleanse and I can transition back into raw living food so that I don't compromise my detox a whole lot. It'll slow down your detox a little bit if you're doing a high fruit juice detox and then you go to your chewing food because you're traveling, but it's not a bad trade-off, right? Sometimes I'll do that. I'll be like, I don't want to be stopping every 15 minutes and I have to travel. I have to go on this thing. So I'm going to pull back on the amount of liquid I'm consuming and increase my my chewing food. Maybe I'll take some bananas or some grapes because that'll satisfy me, keep me full, keep me hydrated, and keep me alkaline. So how did it go for you on the travels with the food that you prepared? I'm very curious to hear that. Hello, hello, says Gabriella. I bought an Omega vertical juicer last night from a guy. This whole time I had a centrifugal juicer. Now I invested in a better one. Me and my boyfriend were so excited. Yes. I love Facebook Marketplace, man. Did you get it on Facebook Marketplace? Uh, I bought so many things I bought most everything in this room or got most everything in this room on Facebook Marketplace. IKEA for the picture, IKEA for the lamps, but pretty much everything else. I love that. I love that. Congratulations on your new one. Oh yeah, I read that already. So Jared, God bless you. We're going to help you through this, my friend. I can't wait to see how you're going to heal. Cannot wait to see how you're going to heal. Let's see. Let's see. And Jared, you had also said, hun, I'm sorry, I did not see all of the comments, but I'm seeing them now. Right now, I can't even do more than a minute of physical exercise without becoming out of breath because muscles around my lungs are so weak. Yeah, don't do any exercise. This is another great point. When you're doing a detox, when you're starting this out, we're not focused on exercise right now at all. That is going to consume some of the dynamic cellular energy that you want to maintain for the healing process to happen. The 3-lung tea is also going to be something that I would recommend. Write that down, Jared, with the lung weakness as well. 3-lung tea. If you're, I can look at your protocol and we can your health questionnaire and kind of, but doing the 12-week, the 14-week healing kits, really, really important for you. Everything is going to start to heal. We're gonna get you there, my friend. Thank you, Sheila. Berns, your healing journey is incredible and so inspiring. Thank you, babe. Heaven. Okay. Oh my God, I'd bring little boxes of strawberry jello to elementary school and dipped my fingers. Yeah. And then they figured that out. They were like, oh, let's just make dipsticks. You know, the dipsticks with the package with the sugar and there was a candy stick. Do they still sell those? Oh my God, they're horrible. Candy stick. My mouth is watering at the same time because I friggin' love them. Loved them. You dip it in and you suck it and it gets wet and you dip the candy stick in and oh my God. Let's see here. I see that calcification in my cat's water bowl and I always think about that. Inside of our body is probably having the same effect. Absolutely 100%. And also within our body, the parathyroid gland, you got to look at the calcium buffering effect, which happens in our body as well when we are very acidic. The body naturally wants to pull calcium out of our body, because calcium is the largest mineral in our body because of our skeletal structure. It pulls calcium, and arthritis, that's what a big cause of depression is again. So you got to look into all of that, healing all of these things in the body. And it's not like you're working out, right? When you work out, it's like, we know this, right? You can't spot train an area. You can't eat like crap and do crunches and then think you're going to rock out some abs. You know what I mean? Right? That's not how it works. You don't spot heal your body either. You do the healing and your entire body heals beautifully, which is really great. Really great. Let me just scroll down. Oh, Jared was saying, I live in New Jersey. How can I get ripe fruits all year long? And where can I start with juicing? Great question. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada as well. And just like you, and just like everybody who does not live subtropically or tropically, we need to rely on our grocery stores. So wintertime, the beautiful thing, it's like we get fruit brought in from other areas, so we have access to it. My favorite fruits in the wintertime are citrus and pineapple. That's what I'm jamming with now. And cucumber. I love the cucumber. Oh my goodness. In the summertime, it's all about watermelons for us here, man. Watermelon sugar high all the way around. And it's the good, simple sugar high. It's the good high. So look around, see what's readily available right now for you. Oranges are great. They're plentiful. They're in season, and you just jump on in. Where can I start with juicing? I would start slowly, and then over the next week, I would get you to watch. I really recommend that you watch Detox 102, because I really go into all of it in a really deliberate way. Harry Styles, watermelon sugar high, baby. Oh, Sheila, you're so amazing. You really should do that. Gotta go, everyone. Amy was checking out at 10:13. I don't know if you're still here, if you're going to watch on the replay, but have a magical day, Amy. I love you so much. And I hope you're having a beautifully magical day to start with. And that is really good news. Jared, ding, 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 ding. Awesome. So glad to hear that, which gives us hope. I mean, it's like, that's really good. If you got all this other stuff going on and your sex drive is still intact, you got a strong constitution there, my friend. Let's get this going. Let's get this process started. Let's get this party started in here. Let's get it started in here. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? Oh my goodness. Hey, Lois. I saw this earlier, Lois. You checked in at 10:20. Don't know if you're still here, but hello, darling. So glad that you are here. So glad. Yep, the stores and the doctors benefit. And it's beyond that. Big pharma and big farming. That's who benefits. The doctors, they're low on the totem pole. They're frigging low on the totem pole, but they still do benefit mightily. It's a multi-trillion-dollar business, baby. They're making money over on us, hand over fist, all over the place. Yep, the stores benefit, the doctors benefit, the pharmaceutical companies benefit, the vaccine companies benefit. Follow the chain of command all the way up. Who benefits the most within those companies? Yeah. Yep, keep watching TV and you'll be programmed like the rest of the sheeple. Yep, 100%. Exactly. Pharmacy, not pharmacy, right? And dollar menus. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to pull us into that stuff. They're the same companies making human meat for consumption too. I heard about this. That's craziness, man. That's craziness. For sure, Berns and Sheila, you are right on. I've been only plant-based and learning all of this wonderful truth for 17 and a half months. Keep the truth coming. Dr. Moore said it, 2021 is going to be the year of truth. 2020 was the year of cleansing. Right, Sharon? The virus should be the last thing on our minds. Our health should be what we are eating. Absolutely. Our health should be the first thing on our minds. but it's not, because it tastes really good, and because, quite frankly, it takes a certain level of consciousness. It takes a certain level of consciousness to start realizing these things. And a lot of people are still asleep at the wheel, like I was until last June. So no shade, excuse me, no shade on anybody who is not awake yet. We all are awaking in our own time. Excuse me. Excuse me. I love those detox symptoms. Only in the morning. But oh my goodness. Dollarama Candy Rose should be called Death Row. Yeah. And there's a lot of them, eh? There's a lot of Candy Rose, Death Rows in Dollarama. My least favorite thing about going to Dollarama is the programming that they put on the music in the background. They play a real catchy tune that you're like singing and bopping tune, and then they come in, they interject in between every single song. After you've been in a trance-like state, they inject all of the propaganda. Stay home if you have a cough. Stay home if you're not feeling well. Wear a mask if you're not feeling. Wear a mask. Stay apart. Wash your hands. Keep each other safe. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. That's all you hear. But you don't register it consciously because you're in a trance mode in between the propaganda. That's how they do it. It's brainwashing 101. We need to be aware of that. When you're don't go into stores and be mindlessly in a trance. Be in your conscious brain, and don't let that shit pass your conscious filter. It's very important. We get emails daily. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. But it's necessary. At the same time, it's not stupid. None of this, all of what we are experiencing with this is to help the consciousness of humanity to raise to the next level so that we are not locked down in fear. Excuse me. And newsflash, none of this is about this virus. This is a smokescreen, my friends, to what is really going on and the real stories that nobody's talking about, because they can talk about this stuff on the TV ad nauseum so that they're not talking about the other real stories that they don't want us talking about. In addition to using this as a tool, excuse me, as a tool to push their one world agenda. This is the Justin Trudeau even said that. This video for sure is going to get flagged. For sure. He even said it, that this virus came at the perfect time to help to facilitate the further execution of the World Financial Plan, the new agenda. Yeah. I'm just saying. So if you were here live and you kind of agree with this, you might not see this up on my thing anymore. This is going to get a flag for sure. I don't care. Shit has to be said. You know what I mean? Yes, and Carrie said yes. He has tinctures also. Thank you, Carrie. Rockstar says, I've been watching milk and cereal commercials my whole life. Start your day with the worst thing for us, sugar, milk, and grains. Yep. Oh, yeah. I used to start my day all the time. My mom would leave us. We'd have a glass of milk, a bowl of cereal, each set out for us, because they left to go work in Toronto early, bowl of cereal with a tablespoon of sugar resting on top of it, and a glass of milk. Yeah. They didn't know what they didn't know. I didn't know either, right? And I did my kids a number. Thank you. I'm super excited. I'll be in touch. Oh, awesome, babe. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm right here for you. Kelly in the house. Hey, Kelly. How are you doing? How is your water fast going? I've been dying to know. This is what, day 2 or day 3 of your water fast, Kelly? Do tell. Hey everyone, I can't hardly wait for watermelon season to start. I know. I started fantasizing about it and thinking, actually we should look that up. When is watermelon season in Ontario? Come on. We got farms here that grow watermelons this big, 40-pound watermelons for $7.99. You don't understand. That's like a dollar a liter of the most delicious, fully seeded with big black juicy seeds, watermelons. When is watermelon season in Canada? In Canada. April, bring on the watermelon season. These seasonal produce guys are what's in season. Can you just not tell me when is watermelon in season? Come on. I cannot look at all of these options. Just tell me, when is it in season? Can somebody let me know when is watermelon season in Canada? I need to know that because I've started to fantasize about that. It's like, is it? I know. I don't know. I don't know. Jared says, I had an iridology reading with John Stearns a while back and honestly felt overwhelmed by how bad my organs and glands were. Yeah, it can feel overwhelming, Jared. I understand. But the solution is super simple, my friend. The solution is the same, no matter what organ, gland, tissue. Mine is the same, babe. My health questionnaire is like all of the thyroid, all of the parathyroid, all of the lymphatic conditions, almost all of those. It's bad. The cholesterol rings. I took a picture of my eyes. My irises are messed up, man. Totally messed up. I don't care. I'm going to do this for as long as it takes, baby. I'm going to do this forever because I feel so great. I'm so good. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, okay? It doesn't matter. Genetics are strong though, but just felt very overwhelmed at that time to do anything about it. But I think I'm ready to start. Babe, you're so ready because look, you're still here. And we got you, man. Jared, we got you. We got you, babe. It can feel overwhelming when you really stop and think about it. I had cancer. The doctors I was being prepped for surgery. I had my pre-op appointments done all via Skype last June. I decided after starting this, because I was on the wait list to get my surgery, I could have been in surgery that week, or it could have taken 3 months. My life was on hold, found juicing, and just started. I just did it. Because what was I going to do? What was I just going to wait around to continue getting body parts removed? I had already had 90% of my stomach removed in 2011, 75% of my liver removed in 2017. Have been dealing with this for 11 years, 4 CT scans, very acid, very highly acidic contrast dye solution 4 times a year on chemotherapy medicine. I was scared. If you look at it, it could feel overwhelming, but I'm telling you that the solution is exactly the same. July, August, and September. See, that's what I thought. I'm like, damn, we got to wait till like the summer. That's okay. That's okay, Sheila. Thank you. Thank you as well, Vicky. August, September, and October are great watermelon months. Yeah, I thought so. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by this, my friend. The solution is simple. We have forgotten about the simplicity of this and the simplicity of the body. The medical community and all of the allopathy world has complicated things in order to keep us in fear. It's the same solution no matter what it is that you are experiencing, okay? It's the same solution. You just got to get started. And it'll take as long as it takes, man. What else are you going to do? What are your other options, right? To continue to eat and do what you were doing before is just going to continue to create the same thing that you've had going on your entire life. So let go of the expectation of how long it's going to take. Let go of the expectation of what your detox is going to look like. It's going to be intense. It's going to be intense. I'm telling you, but it doesn't have to be as intense as you think, right? and it's going to require you to dig deep on not just the physical, but on the emotional, on the mental. It's going to require you to let go of a lot of mental thinking, overthinking. That's what the mental detox is about. Stop thinking so much. Just go through it, experience it as the observer, be the elegant observer of your life experience as you're going through it, whether that's a detox, physical detox, whether that is an emotional detox, when things come up and you're barfing up all of this stuck emotional shit that you've kept down for so long. That's a spiritual detox, an emotional detox. Be the elegant observer of it. Stop being too worried about it. Stop being too, don't have any fear about it. You're strong. You are strong. Your genetics are strong, but you might have a very strong constitution, my friend. And I kind of suspect that with the sex drive not being compromised too much. You probably got a pretty strong constitution and you don't even know it, But yes, looking at and I've seen some of John Stern's protocols that he's written up for people based on iridology reports. I've seen some of John Stern's iridology reports. They are overwhelming. I'm not sure how much that actually helps anybody. I read a few of them of some of my clients, and I just went, I felt overwhelmed for them. I felt overwhelmed for them. It's sometimes too much information is not what people need. That's not what helps you. Is it important to know that stuff? Yes. I have not taken Dr. Morse's iridology course, by the way, but I suspect that when I do, I'm not going to over bombard you with all of that, because, and it just, I don't know. I think some of it is done to, quite honestly, look and feel. I think some of that is ego. I'm just going to say it. I think some of those overextensive medical looking iridology reports, I think some of that is ego. I really do. Because if you're feeling overwhelmed by that, how is that helping you? Not to say that a detox specialist should dumb down their work and what they are doing for you because you might not be able to understand it. But everything that we've talked about here for the last 2 hours and 7 minutes, I don't know. Have you felt overwhelmed by this conversation, Jared? I don't think so, because look, you're still here, right? You don't need to overwhelm people with all the stuff about what you're seeing in their diagnosis. That's too much for the human consciousness to handle, especially when you're going through it. That's not compassion. How the frig is that compassion? You look at that and you're paralyzed. You're like, where do I start? Even though I think in some of that write-up, there is some protocol stuff, I'm not sure, right? And when you're ready to start. When you feel it in your gut, when you feel it in your belly, rising up in your solar plexus, and then finally settling right in your heart center, and you're resonating with the information. This is why I believe so many of our students here at the Real Juicy Detox, in this class and in our group, that is why so many of us are finding the process something that we are finally able to take on as a lifestyle. Because you cannot just think that you're going to do a juice cleanse for 40 days, 100 days, 7 days, I don't care how many days, 365 days. You cannot think that doing that and then just going back off of that onto what you used to do before, that's not going to be anything. That's not going to do anything for you in the long term. How do you make this into a lifestyle? How do you get over the mental blocks? How do you get over that monkey mind that is gonna want to talk you down? How do you get rid of that ego that's going to want to protect you? Oh, well, this is what your ego is going to do, Jared. It's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm gung ho. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We can do this. I'm encouraged. I feel great. And then your ego is going to say, yeah, we'll let him play with that for a little while. And then 10 days in, you're going to be having cravings. You're going to be questioning this. You're going to get pushback from family. And then you're going to be like, oh God, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. You know, there are beautiful parts along this journey. And then there are some pitfalls that I want to help you through. I want to take you by the hand. I want to take you by the hand. Come, take my hand. I've been down this path. I know how beautiful it is. I know how scenic it is, but I also know where some of the potholes are. And I want to steer you around those, but I know where they are. So I got you. You don't need to know where the potholes are. I got you. I know where they are. And I'm going to lead you through it with confidence because I am literally walking this walk and doing it as a certified detox specialist, as your certified detox specialist in this beautiful group setting. I'm so happy that you're ready to start. Yep, says Morgan. Okay, awesome. All raw. Occasional cheats, high fruit. Started juicing more recently, was doing smoothies and then fruit at lunch, salad, some cooked veggies. Juicing has really improved my game recently. Yes, it will, because it's on that level of detox where you're digging deeper, you're going deeper. Beautiful. Carrie says, congratulations, Sammy. Oh my gosh. Will tonsils and adenoids grow back after removal? I had mine out when I was 6. Dr. Morse says yes, as long as there is a little bit of the gland. However, I don't know if it was completely removed or if there's a little bit left, but he has said that everything will regrow if there is a little bit of the organ. My liver regrew after 6 weeks and I was still on an acid diet. So the body is amazing in what it can regenerate. Chuck is doing good. Oh my gosh, awesome, Chuck. I'm so glad to hear that. So happy. Awesome. Ashlyn says, I made your Bernsey burgers for my hubby the other night and he loved them. He's doing so well and enjoying healthier foods. Ashlyn, I was thinking about you guys and your family last night and how grateful I am that you came to class and that you're helping your entire family get onto this healthier way of living. You're changing your family history with this. You know, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. Way to go, Alex. Oh crap, I forgot about the parasite formula. It's okay, babe. It's okay. Remembering everything, and this is why we're here in class, so that we can learn as much. I'm trying to teach you guys as much information that I have learned from going through my detox program with Dr. Morse to become a certified detox specialist. And sometimes it does take a lot. It takes a lot to remember everything. But yeah, now you'll remember. Now you will remember. Yes, and stop saying only, LOL. 17 and a half months is freaking incredible. I know, only, right? I mix my alcohol tinctures with Heal All tea. It really helps cut the alcohol taste and stomach discomfort. Beautiful tip. Beautiful tip. Thank you so much. I love that. Okay, Linda says, I'm still seeing bright red globs of looks like blood in my stool. Is this normal? It's been several months. Freaks me out. Can you send me a picture, Linda? Send me a picture and I'll let you know what I think that it is. Okay. My guess is that it might be some blood. If it's bright, what color is it? Bright red globs of blood. I was just hearing Dr. Morse talk about this, that we might have hemorrhoids inside, and the color of the blood that we might sometimes see indicates how far up and how far in that burst blood vessel might be. It might just be some burst blood vessels, right? It might be parasites. Mm-hmm. Some people have said that to me, and I'm like, well, send me a picture. Let me see what we're talking about here. And when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a parasite. That's not blood. That's a parasite. That's a parasite. Freaks me out. Just ordered GI brew. I'm taking pancreas tonic, kidney and bladder tinctures, lymphatic system tincture, adrenal tincture. Should I boil off the alcohol. The taste doesn't bother me. Also drinking heal all tea. Look at your protocol. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. You don't need to boil off the alcohol. If it does not bother you, don't boil it off. And you've got a beautiful protocol there. I would add in there, I would add the the parasite G, the parasite G and the parasite M. And then you basically have the heal all kit. So that is really good. I would switch up every 4 weeks. I would switch up which kidney and bladder formulas so that your body doesn't get used to that herbal breakdown, because each one of those kidney tincture formulas has a different structure and component, different components of herbs in there. So the reason why he has 4 kidney and bladder formulas and 5 lymphatic formulas is because there's so many herbs that help those systems, and he wanted to switch it up. So every 4 weeks, I would switch them up. So if you're doing, for example, kidney and bladder 1 and 3 this month, I would do kidney and bladder 2 and 4 next month. The only thing that I would be careful about from a protocol standpoint is your lymphatic system tincture. Only 5 after you've really cleaned out a lot and your kidneys are filtering like a boss, because they will, that number 5 is the strong one. It will stir up and dig really deep into your lymphatic system. So you want to be just careful about that. But the 1 through 4 are not labeled in strength intensity. They're just different components. You know what I'm saying? But you're doing great. Send me a picture of your bright red globs of blood in your stool, and I'll give it my best shot, baby. I'll give it my best shot. I want a water filtration device for my pets too. Or you can also get your pets distilled water. You can also put some of the herbs into your water for your pets. I don't do that, but you could. You can make a little diluted heal all tea for them. Actually, maybe I will start doing that for the kittens. My kittens love juice. They love the fruit juice. Yes, from Marketplace. I didn't find a dehydrator in Marketplace yet. That's where I found my dehydrator, my big fancy one. David, you're welcome. God bless you, Berns, for helping so many people. That is my mission, baby. That is my mission. Yes, the candy sticks. Oh my God, I was so addicted to those. Jared, get the 3-lung tea and 3-lung tincture or pills. It really helped me. I have lung disease and my lungs literally feel like they're healing. I could breathe so much better and I cough up mucus, so I know I'm healing. That is amazing. Niece, I'm so happy to hear that. Good morning, Vicky. I see you. Yes, they still make the lick-a-stick candy. We used to buy boxes of those. Oh my God. Watermelon sugar high, baby. Watermelon sugar high. The good sugar high, the simple sugar. Grapefruit is really good too. Yeah, one of my favorites. ShopRite has some really good ripe fruits and really good organic fruits as well. Awesome. Where do you live, niece? Where are you? We don't have ShopRite where I live. Yes, I have a strong constitution. See my message about iridology reading I had in the past. Okay, you did. I didn't read your whole message there. Wait. There we go. Had an iridology reading back and honestly felt overwhelmed by how bad my organs and glands were. Genetics are strong, but it just felt very overwhelming at the time to do anything. Yes, indeed. Yep, constitution strong, you know? Strong constitution. That is good. That is so good. Okay, wait, let me go back down. Was at the grocery store, says Linda, yesterday, and noticed huge displays of honey buns, Little Debbie's, candy bars, cups next to the checkout counter. This is crazy. I know. Now when you have a different perspective, and my video that I'm editing from my walking, I do short content as well. If you're not into the 2-3 hours, sometimes I've done classes like this for 6 hours. That's not happening today because I'm on my routine. I need to get out of the house by noon to get my walk in. But now that you have on my video from yesterday that I filmed 2 days ago, my video that I hopefully get finished today, my walking videos are great. They're short content, 6 to 9 minutes long. It talked about perspective yesterday. I talked about perspective and seeing things from a different perspective, a different point of view. And just to ponder that concept, you know what I mean? When you start walking into these stores now and you start seeing these foods, you start seeing these things that they're trying to, you know, they're trying to get us to eat so that we stayed hooked onto their damn pharmaceutical shit and stay unhealthy and stay in fear. Now that you know that and you see it from that different perspective, you're like, whoa, nah, Berns, don't be silly. That's sinister. People are not that evil. Listen, just like you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, there are spiritual beings who are very dark, energetic beings that are themselves having a spiritual experience in human form. And they're evil. What do you think why would somebody do that to you? Why would somebody deliberately poison you just so that you can buy their medicine and line their pockets? Come on, Berns, that's a conspiracy theorist. That's a conspiracy theory. That can't be right. That's not possible. People are not like that. They're doing it to help us. Really? Real stories, they're going to take us over through technology. Instant pay on your phone, and then when you don't get your jabby jab, you don't have access to your bank account. This stuff is already happening in parts of the world. Day 3 of your water fast, girl. How are you feeling? That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me run through these real quick. Jared said, wow, you are a walking testament. Bless you for the strength and courage to go through this journey. I know how scary it is, and I'm glad I'm here. Yeah, babe, listen, I don't want you to feel like this is a scary journey anymore. As soon as I discovered what the truth was, the minute I discovered Dr. Morse, it started with John Rose. It started with Jason Vale and watching his movie. Juice Me Up. What is it? Jason Vale on YouTube. Saw that, then I found John Rose, and then I found Dr. Morse. So every single piece of confirmation of what I was doing, excuse me, was happening for me. The moment I put it all together and I realized what was all going on and how I did it to myself and what I needed to do to undo it to myself, all fear evaporated. I have no fear. I have no fear that this is working. I have no fear that this is a solution. I have no fear of a new diagnosis coming through. I have no fear about whether the cancer is there or not. By the way, on at the beginning of June, I'm going to go back for another CT scan. Yeah, for the definitive answer of what does a year of juicing do to a very rare form of cancer, a tumor that was right next to my hepatic artery that was supposed to be, you got to get this taken out right away or this will kill you. Here I am. What does this protocol actually look like in the body? I'm not afraid of what that's going to say because I know 100,000,000% how I feel and what has already healed in my body. So there's nothing to be afraid of. You got to let go of that. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Your false evidence is that you don't have any control over this because you have some genetic thing that you got from somewhere and back there in your genetic coding. Oh my God, genetic codes. There's no way I can change that. I'm fucked. I'm screwed. Oh, I can't ever have children. I want kids. I can't ever have kids like this. I'm so unhealthy. I don't want to pass down this stuff to them now that I know. That's false evidence. False evidence meaning you don't have the truth yet. Now you have the truth. So there is nothing to be afraid of. Let go of that fear. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's not serving you. It's not necessary. And it is not what you need in order to heal the body. You need confidence. You need inner posture, knowing that this is going to help you. And the only way that you can actually do that is to do it, right? To know it intellectually is a different thing than knowing it because you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get doing it. come to class, be present in class, bring your questions, bring your concerns, bring your discomforts, bring your success stories, bring your inspiration, bring your knowledge, bring your light. And in the process of doing that, not only do you heal yourself, but you help other people start on their healing journey. You know what I mean? This is a big part of your healing journey. It all works together beautifully, Jared. And I'm so glad that you are here. And we're doing this together, man. Nothing to be afraid of. Oh my God, I'm learning about this now. We are not the body or the mind, but the complete awareness of these. Yes. Oh my gosh. I like that. Oops. Oops. Take a screenshot of that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. That is so true. It's too much information. I agree with the ego Berns. Yeah, you've seen some of them too, right, Vicky? You know. No, completely welcome and encouraged. Grateful to be here. Awesome. We're so glad to have you, Jared. Yes, protocol also very overwhelming. A lot of money for all the things he says to start with. The most important thing for you guys all to know is that you start with your fruits, baby. You start with the protocol of food. That is everything on your healing journey. The herbs, the herbal support, the glandular support, if you want to go that route as well down the road, that will all come. Not everybody can jump out with $200 a month, you know, to do the herbal stuff, but you don't have to do that. Start changing it around with the food that you're putting in your body. The money will come down the road. Start small. You can start with Heal All Tea if you don't have a lot of money for all the other herbs. That is what Dr. Morse has said. If you don't have, if budget is an issue for you, Heal All Tea. Heal All Tea. It's not expensive. It's like $20 a bag. That'll last you about a month. I mean, what is that, right? Carrie says, I have to say how much I love juicing and my smoothies. My detox is much stronger, and I'm thankful for that. I haven't focused on healing my breast cancer. Your body does, listen, this is not, hold on a second. Let me finish reading it. It is being more simply getting healthy. Right. You are focusing on your breast cancer. What is cancer? In the masterclass playlist, you guys want to go and check out cancer and the great lymphatic system. Cancer is just dead and damaged tissue and cells, right? So by doing this, guess what? You are focusing, it's not you focusing on it. Your body is taking in the food, the awareness and the consciousness of the food that you are eating is being taken in by your body, and your body is doing the job. You're not, your mind isn't doing your healing job. The only job that you have to do on this journey is to put to your lips alkaline food. Easy. If you want to accelerate your healing, keep it fruit. Your body will do the rest. Your body's got this. You think that you're doing something to control your body. No. You're the one getting in and driving the vehicle. You're the one putting the right gasoline in the tank. But you are actually not making the engine work. The vehicle is doing that. The car is doing that. Your responsibility is to steer it and keep it on the road. Your responsibility is to do the oil changes, to put in the fluids, to put in the fuel for optimal operation of your vehicle. That's your job, right? That's your job. That's your job, babe. So you are healing your breast cancer. Your body is doing that. Your body is healing your breast cancer. But yesterday I had to see if my lumps were going down. I started feeling, and I had a difficult time finding any lumps. I only found one small one. It has been there 3 months since starting fruit. I was amazed how quickly they went down, and there were several that were large. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Vicky says, so happy for you. Way to go. Way to go, baby. Lois says, I love that you never overwhelm us. Like I too have sent John's site due to me. I love your approach. Even if I only catch you here and there or re-listen, I always learn and get re-inspired to keep going. Awesome, Lois. Keep going. Bettina is here. I am getting more juicing, not so much smoothies. You guys are a great group. Awesome, babe. How are you feeling on the on increasing the juice amount. How are you feeling? Oh my God, that's so good. Linda, is it okay to mix all these tinctures together? Yes, it is, babe. Yes, it is. You take them all at the same time. Yes, Lois, that's the rest of your statement there. I always learn and get re-inspired to keep going. When I feel like giving up, like you just said, family comments, etc., your hand holding is priceless. I love what you do here. Well, babe, we love having you here. Yep, your family is going to give you pushback. I got it from my family. It's okay. It's okay. They just love you. Just respond by saying, thank you so much for loving me. Thank you. You're starving yourself. Thank you so much for loving me. Thank you. I love you too. You're not eating enough food. Look at how skinny you're getting. Thank you so much for loving me. I love you too. I love how much you love me. I love you. Thank you. But don't you know how bad this is going to be? You have to go for chemotherapy. You have to have the surgery. Thank you for loving me. I love you so much. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Let that be your response. Thank you for loving me. They are reacting that way because they frigging love you and because they are afraid and because they have bought into the medical mindset, the medical model. Love them where they are. Say thank you for loving me and move on. Don't be looking for your family's approval. You don't need it. It's your body. You get to decide. You get to decide what you do to your body, what you put into your body, what you agree to have taken out of your body. It's your body. You get to agree. You get to decide every single time. You are a sovereign being. And if somebody around you does not like what you're doing, is scared for you, is concerned about you, that's okay. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have to agree with what you're doing. My family does not agree with what I'm doing. My family is terrified. Oh, we're really concerned about you. Well, how's that working out for you? I'm not concerned about me, and I'm not concerned that you're concerned about me. I'm not concerned about you. You're on your own journey, babe. You're on your own journey. If you want to sit there and be worried about me, that's not on me, and I'm not going to take that on. Because I'm not worried about me. 100% I'm not worried about me. How do you detox the liver? Fruits, melons, and berries. Herbal support. Was reading that coffee enemas release glutathione, a master antioxidant in the body. Yes, that's what I thought too. And I did the coffee enemas. I did 5 a day for about 2 weeks because read the same thing. And then I was like, this is fucking madness. And I stopped doing them. And sure enough, Dr. Morse does not like overstimulating anything in the body. You do not need to have a specific liver detox in order to clean out the liver. Your body will do that easily, simply, naturally, beautifully on fruit. You do not need to overstimulate it. You do not need to do these crazy liver cleanses. We are detoxing the entire body on this protocol. Keep it simple. Keep it juicy, keep it delicious. And if you want an antioxidizing effect in the body, keep feeding it food that naturally antioxidizes the body. Yes, Berns, you're changing lives one family at a time. There's my favorite girl right there and her beautiful family. Thank you so much, Sahar. Sahar and her husband is now doing raw vegan 5 days a week until the evening, and then they're having a light, a cooked vegan type cooked meal for dinners and on the weekends. Her daughters and her son are on this as well. The young kids, 11, 7, and 5, right? Beautiful, beautiful work. I'm so proud of you guys. Kristen says, Kelly, you are amazing. How do you feel? Yeah, Kelly, where are you, girl? How do you feel? You're spot on that there is pure evil going on. And today they are using the media to do it. Today, babe, the media was actually created to push out propaganda information to keep the morale of the American troops high during the war. That's how the American media corporation started. And they continue to use that to control the morale and the mentality of the entire United States of America, and then North America, and then the world. This is like, look into it, man. It's not just now. We've been programmed and conditioned and trained for our entire lives, and we didn't even know it. And it's not in a benevolent way. Are cold pressed juices okay to buy if we are being lazy and are out and about? Yes, they are. Just make sure that for the most part, if you can, that you get organic, and that you get anything without any added sugar. If it has a little bit of citric acid in it for preservation, then that's fine. But try to get it as clean as possible, 100%, preferably in glass bottles. But even if not, yes, that is okay. Absolutely. Thanks a million for those chairs. Sheila, says Lois. Love Dr. Morse, John Rose. Real talk, Berns. Real talk, right? That's what we do here. I love that. Here I am. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sheila says, Lois, you the best. You bet. And you the best. Love you. The cheers here keep me going. Yeah, man. The cheers here keep me going too, man. Keep me going. I feel so much like you do, Berns, since I too discovered Dr. Morse and others on this path. Then you, awesome babe. I no longer live in fear that this made up virus, I now know how to not get it. Yeah. And you realize what it is. What's more important to be concerned with all of the, brainwashing that we're subjected to, and realizing what that is. It's just so sad sometimes, difficult living surrounded by those who have bought the fears and the lies, who all walk around with useless diapers over their faces. Well, you just got to realize that everybody is where they're at on their awareness and level of understanding of what's going on in their lives. And what are you going to do? You love people where they are at. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that I was making face masks and was posting about it on my Facebook page. Was about to start a little business doing them. Oh my God, we can all wake up. That's the good news. That's the light, the silver lining around any of those clouds, Oh, you're so welcome, Carrie. You're so welcome. The herbs are hard to take out and mix in GI Broom because they clump together in liquid, hard to swallow. I thought I was choking on it. This is actually the only herb I tried from Dr. Morse so far. Okay. Stay off of the GI Broom for a minute then, babe. Stay off of it for a minute. We can work through that. They will clump together because it's psyllium. So maybe you want to blitz that real quick in a little bit of water inside of a blender so that it becomes like a smoothie. Maybe you want to blend that into a smoothie. Yes. Make a beautiful smoothie. Get some frozen blueberries, some frozen raspberries. Don't make it too big though, because you want to just make a small one like this big. Get a few raspberries, a few frozen blueberries, a little bit of banana. Maybe put a little tablespoon of maple syrup in there because I really like the maple syrup. And I know you're a sweets boy, so you'll like that. And it's totally fine on Dr. Morse's protocol. And then put a date in there as well. I love medjool dates for sweetening things up because, I like it sweet. So I'm going to use the alkaline side of chemistry for that sweet mouthfeel. You know what I'm saying? You blend that up with the herbs in it. Because if you just empty that and you mix it around, and it's like, whoa, I'd gag on that too. Get it into a thick smoothie so that it's already thickening. It clumps together like that in liquid because of the psyllium husk. Yeah, make a smoothie out of it. Let me know how that works for you, babe. Nee says, made my family a very delicious vegan breakfast burrito this morning, and they all loved it. Way to go. That's how you get the family onto this, man. That's how you start transforming your family's life. Beautiful, beautiful, niece. I will be, hey there, Salish. That is amazing. Salish, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name right because you're a new student in the class. Welcome to class, Shalish. So glad that you are here. Oh my gosh, I'll be opening up a global international vegan healing center at the foot of the Himalayan mountains in 2021-22. Wow, that is beautiful, my friend. I'll screenshot that for sure and keep you close by and support you and give you a big shout out for what you're doing. That is amazing. That is amazing. So glad that you are doing that. Way to go. Welcome to class. So glad to have you here, my friend. Can you drink too much citrus? I had 5 glasses of grapefruit and didn't feel great, quite bloated. No, I don't think you can drink too much citrus. I think that sometimes when I need more information. My questions that I would ask you from this question is, how much did you drink? You had 5 glasses, and how fast did you drink that? What was the actual glasses? What does that mean? Does that mean a glass like this? Does that mean a glass that's this tall? How much was that actually, like in terms of ounces? And sometimes that can happen. Sometimes we can drink too much grape juice, too much of any kind of juice, and feel bloated from it because you got a lot of juice in there. Maybe we drank it too fast. Maybe we had it in and amongst other things. What else did you have? Did you have something else to eat? Right? Because like somebody asked me in the one of the group questions, which I realized I didn't get to all of them from the group in the Facebook page, but we got the bulk of it covered here. Somebody will say, well, I'm only having like a lemons ginger blast and grapes. And I'm like, well, no, you should be fine on that. Like, what else are you having? And green juices. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. I need more information. What else did you have with that? How much was it that was actually in the 5 glasses? And how long of a period did you drink that over? A lot of times you can see I sip gradually my juice because if I drink it too fast, I get too full and I don't feel comfortable. It's also too much electricity in my body. This is 8 to 10,000 angstroms of energy, you guys. You're drinking electricity. So if you drink it too fast, yeah, it might lead to some interesting things. Yum. Oh, awesome. So Rich Roll, I saw this pop up in my thing, in my feeds. This is a great interview about water fasting for those with questions about it. richroll.com. Rich Roll is a vegan athlete, and he has a podcast. I watch him on YouTube as well. So if you actually want to see that with Alan Goldhammer, if you go to YouTube as well and you search Alan Goldhammer Rich Roll, then you'll find the video portion of that podcast. Go check that out. Thanks, Vicki. Yes, great idea about the smoothie when you're taking some of these herbal stuff, especially the GI broom, which has that psyllium husk and the bentonite clay in it. Great idea. What kind of maple syrup do you suggest? Pure. I suggest pure maple syrup. It's what I use. I live in Ontario. I'm surrounded by maple farms everywhere. And I get pure, 100% pure Canadian maple syrup. We buy them in 2-liter jugs. We have a lot of maple syrup. We use it in our Heal All tea as our sweetener. So get pure maple syrup. You don't want to get any syrup that's flavored like maple. You definitely don't want to get into any of that fake syrup, which I used to eat by the bottlefuls. Don't do that before doing this. Don't do that. Pure maple syrup. Thank you so much. This class is a blessing. Thank you, Berns, and everyone for your encouragement and your love. You're welcome, my darling. So glad that you guys are here. And I'm getting ready to sign off now. We've been live for 2 hours and 43 minutes. I love these classes. I know a lot of times people are like, whoa, that's a 3-hour class. There's no way. I can't even. I'm not even going to watch that. And I can understand that. But honestly, these classes are no Aunt Jemima. No. These classes are so powerful and they're so helpful for you. I'm so glad that we are doing these. I'm so glad that we've been here for a beautiful class this morning. Jared, you're cracking me up, my friend. You're cracking me up. No, Aunt Jemima syrup is not what I would recommend, even if it says maple flavored on the bottle, right? You want pure 100% maple syrup. You know, Canadian maple syrup, if you can get it. No Aunt Jemima over here. So same size as the one you have there. I drank throughout the day, 5 glasses, then a plain small salad in the evening. So you had 5 liters of grapefruit juice and you felt bloated and you drank that throughout the day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you felt bloated with that. Maybe it was the grapefruit juice. Sometimes certain juices can just feel different in our tummies, and it depends on you. It depends on the person, and it also depends on when throughout your journey you're doing it. You know what I mean? So at some parts, sometimes in my journey, I can't have certain fruits because they're too electric for me. Apple juice, can't even get it down. I can't even get it down. So I'm like, that's too much for me. I'm not even going there. Apple juice is actually one of those foods that give me a little bit of tummy upset. You know what I mean? You're doing a great job, Emily. I would say try mixing up, maybe try mixing that up. You might want to have some orange juice, grapefruit juice. Just try mixing it up a little bit. Experiment with it. This is an experiment that we are on together. You know, we're experimenting with what works in our body. We're experimenting with what doesn't work. Nothing is going wrong because, listen, at the end of the day, you're putting in living, vibrant food into your body, which is what you want. So you don't have to be afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you are, Emily. I just know that some people can sometimes be like, oh my God, I am so bloated. What is going on? Oh. It's like, just change up what you're doing. Just change up what you're having and see if that doesn't help, you know, but you're doing a great job. I would just keep on going. Yeah, change it up. Have pineapple juice instead, or pineapple cucumber juice, and see if that doesn't help. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here today in class. Class was incredible, very dynamic, very informative, and I hope very inspirational for you. I hope that you come to the Facebook group. Come to the Facebook group, The Real Juicy Detox. The link is in the description of this video because that's where all the kids in the class here hang out before and after school. Yeah. That's where we inspire each other. That's where we connect. That's where we can ask great questions. That's where I can help you, really get to the, a way of perceiving whatever you're going through that kind of gives you a sense of, okay, all right, I can do this. I got this. So make sure to come over to the Real Juicy Detox. This is the little logo right here that one of our class members' daughters drew. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Emily says, I will play around and report back to you. Massive thank you as always. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Play around with your fruits that you're having and see if that doesn't. Also, when you're drinking it, even if you're sipping it throughout the day, just be mindful of how fast you're sipping it, because sometimes it can be like we're chugging it a little bit, So just see if that doesn't help. Later, guys, says Rockstar. Later, alligator. Later, alligator. Later, Rockstar. Thanks, Berns. Jared, my friend, you're so welcome. So excited to have you here. Nothing to feel fearful about, nothing to feel overwhelmed about. We got this. We got you. We got you, my friend. We got you. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go for my walk before my daughter steals the car and then I can't drive over to the trail that I want. It's friggin' freezing outside today. It's a cold one, so it's going to take me like half an hour just to put on all my layers, but I'm excited to do another walking video for you guys. If you haven't seen the walking videos as yet, it's linked. The playlist for those is also linked in the description of this video. So go and check them out. They're really, I think, helpful. They're just little nibbles of the Berns, a little nibble, little 6 to 9 minute little nibble of something inspiring to keep you, to keep you on the journey. It's not just about what juice do you drink and what herbs do you take. It's about the whole healing of the whole person, the whole body, all of our bodies. All right. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Mwah.